All right, what's up? This is the Shetler Show. We're back. As I always do, I got to give some credit to the sponsors of the show. First off is Solstice Skate Shop out of New Bedford, Mass. Jay Vasconcelos, sick skate shop, legit dude. If you're ever in New Bedford, stop by, get some shoes, shirts, board, hook it up. He'll give you a good deal for sure. We got Olo Clip. I don't know if you've heard about Olo Clip before, but what it is it's an accessory for your iPhone, and they're really amazing, actually. You just slap it on there, basically, and it's 3 lenses. You got your wide angle, you got your fisheye, and you got a macro, and it's easy. You just slide it right on your phone, and you got a lens. So if you're filming, skateboarding, you just want to shoot an artsy photo, you need to get it all in, throw on the wide angle, and they're really cool, man. So Olo Clip, check them out. And then we got World Industries, boards and shoes, good skate stuff, great team. Working on a video right now. Should be out probably next year. Check out worldindustries.com. And then we got All I Need Apparel, which is my own brand. I started it, got a skate team, Corey Goonan, Billy Drown, Jacob Hammond, John McCoy. Check it out. What the hell is the website? ALLiNEEDSKATE.com. And yeah, pick up some gear, shirts, snapbacks, whatever. Today we got Andrew Milicia on the show. The first time I heard of you was through Tim Rio, my good friend, dude.
Our mutual good friend.
Yeah, did you meet Tim in Philly?
Yeah, when Tim was going to school down in Philly, I ended up, you know Dubs. You met Dubs.
Yeah,
right? So Dubs is one of my best friends, and he started becoming friends with like Carrie McCullough and
Carrie's
like
sick.
Those dudes from Connecticut, like Will Reslow and stuff.
Yeah, shreds.
And yeah, they both are out of control. Dudes are sick. And so like Tim was like Carrie's like camp counselor at Woodward.
Yeah,
and then they both went to Philly U, so they ended up living together. And Dubs ended up living with them too. So I first met all those dudes through Dubs because they were roommates. So that's how I'd met Tim.
Hell yeah.
And he was always, you know, like I knew he was from Boston, always had his Red Sox hat on, or like Massachusetts, you know. And then it was just funny that I was like, we were down there forever, and then I ended up moving to Boston, and I was like, dude, now I'm here, man, you need to come back. And then he ended up coming back, which was cool.
Yeah, Tim's a rad dude.
He's the best dude out, man.
We call him Mean Matt Damon, so next time you see him, because he just looks like a mean-ass Matt Damon.
Yeah.
Like grumpy ass.
Like a smart, yeah, he's got that. I like when he went through his wife beater, super, like didn't shave steez.
Yeah.
That was a good one. It was like a little.
Yeah, Tim.
Yeah, Tim getting like a little raunchy over there.
We also called him Not So Gay Tim, because we had a friend named Gay Tim. He wasn't gay, like he didn't like dudes, but he just, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, he just got to be Gay Tim.
Yeah, and then
just happened.
We had the other Tim, so he was obviously Not So Gay Tim. Did you ever go to Woodward?
Yeah, I actually worked there with Tim.
Oh, did you wash dishes? Or what?
Nah, I just was like an instructor.
Sick.
Yeah, because Tim was like, he was like, yo, man, if you want to come up here and work, like, I can get you like a job, like if you want to be an instructor or like a camp counselor. And I was like, I don't want to be a counselor because then I have to like be in charge of a cabin and stuff. And
I think it's more work if you're.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You get paid more, but you also got to like take care of a bunch of little scheming ass kids like all the time. Like at Woodward, kids are trying to get into some weird shit. They're just like pulling pranks, and I'm just like, I don't need this.
A lot of them have money too, so they're kind of spoiled, so they're little bastards.
Yeah, because I mean that's not cheap to do.
No.
So Tim asked me to come, and you know, because he was the one of the. I forget.
He was like one of the head dudes.
Yeah, he was one. Sure. He like ran the skateboarding thing with like a couple other dudes. So he asked me to come if I wanted to, and I was like, all right. So I went up there by myself, and I worked there for a week. And I unfortunately like rolled my ankle like the second day I was there.
Jesus Christ!
But I like had an instruction group, and it got bigger and bigger every day. Like kids just kept like were jumping ship and joining my group.
Sick.
Because they were like, you let us like do what you want, and don't make us just go to this one place the whole time. It's like, well, just skate and like, learn stuff. Like I'll do what I can to help you. Like have fun though, you know. So right. it was tight. Like had fun, but it was really kind of like it was tough too because I was up there by myself. You know, I didn't know anybody but Tim, and as like Tim being the head guy, he was always busy. Like he was on call.
He's on his little cart.
Exactly.
With a walkie-talkie.
Exactly. Yeah. He's always on call, so he's always running around. And so, like, when I wasn't with Tim, I'm just lurking by myself more or less. And then I couldn't even skate really because I like rolled my ankle. So after they only said they needed me for a week, but then after a week they're like, you could stay the rest of the summer if you want. And I was like, I'm out.
That's cool that they offered that.
Yeah, no, it was funny because when I first got there, they were like, yeah, we only need you for a week. Like, we're good. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. Like, I don't care. I came to do a week, you know?
Yeah.
And then they were like, yeah, you can stay if you want. I was like, no,
they're like
not
testing the waters with you to make sure and see if
see if I was like a maniac or something.
Yeah.
But I was really just chilling. Like, it was fun. We skated a bunch. Like, I kind of just cruised a lot because by the end of the week, I was like feeling a little better. I couldn't really do much, but it was still fun. We just like chilled. It was, you know, good to hang out with Tim.
Pretty much every time I went there, I got hurt too.
It's because you're like, dude, they got everything, and you're just so stoked, and then something like that happens. Like I think I just like was warming up. It was like some like bank to picnic table type of setup, and I just like landed my front foot on the nose, slipped off, rolled it right out. I was like, oh, well, there goes my time.
I think it's too exciting. You get there and you're like, holy shit, like there's so much stuff to skate, so many parks, and you're just excited. And same thing, I always roll an ankle. Something happens there, like Woodward's a blast.
Bruise or something, like first trick.
Yeah, and I went and Tim was an instructor or counselor or something, and he was super busy as well, like crazy. But yeah, so
businessman.
Yeah, Tim's always super busy. I try to get him to come down here. So
I know. Yeah, I try to see him. It's tough, man. He's out in like him now, so I try to like make my way over there to skate the park with him and just chill.
That park's fun, dude.
Because like I know his girl too, Beth. Because like I met both of them in Philly, so like she obviously lives up here now. So I go like hang out with them sometimes. But it's hard for them to even come to the city and stuff because you're like, all right, well I can come in, but I gotta like chill. I can't really do much because they can't really drink or anything because like, they got to get back to Hingham because they got the dog and all that. But
responsibilities like 50-year-olds.
You know.
So did you start skating in Philly? Is that where you were born and raised? Or?
Yeah, I am from Philly. I grew up right outside like the city, like 5 minutes, like 5 miles right outside of West Philly.
Okay, yeah.
Like Fresh Prince, you know what I mean?
Oh, it's sick, yeah. Born and raised.
Pretty much. So I grew up right there. So I was always in the city. All my family is from South Philly. So I was like grew up pretty much there too. But yeah, I grew up there my whole life, and then, you know, I kind of made a couple moves and moved around and ended up in Boston. But so yeah, that's where I started skating.
When did you end up at Love and all the typical spots in Philly, like growing up skating?
Yeah, I did, but I feel like I'm 25, so when I was like I skated Love, but like I think I skated it more when I like wasn't really, you know, like when I was really young, when I was like learning still. Because then it got, like, real serious there, you know, about, like, they tried to, like...
They cracked down.
Yeah, they cracked down and they put all, like, the planters in front of the ledges and they flipped up, like, a lot of the blocks and were, like, putting patches of grass in there to, like, stop people from skating. And they were, like, getting really hard on it. And then I feel like when I moved up here, they kind of, like... It's still, like, you know, they're still hard on it, but... It kind of like became easier at night. Like it became like a night spot more or less. You know, people go there at night, and that kind of like happened more when I like wasn't around. But so I never really was like a Love dude per se. But I mean, I definitely was skating all around the city like forever. But Love was kind of just like such a hassle. I mean, I definitely skated it like, you know, more than a couple times, but. You know, just got to worry about all the other nonsense that goes on with it.
The one time that I went there, like, it was exactly what you're describing. It was just, like, a big bust. Everything was, like, skate stopped. And
got to run away.
Yeah, it was crazy. And I was bummed because, you know, watching the videos, Ricky O and Stevie and all Josh Callis and just, like, wanting to skate that place, man. And
I feel like that's a lot of people that aren't from there's like realization when you like you see the videos and you're like, dude, this is the greatest thing ever, like best skate spot, so sick. And then you get there and it's like a whole different element. Like, not saying that you can't skate Love, but you have to make an actual effort to like you have to be aware of what you're doing. And if it's like you're allowed to skate it, there's gonna be mad people. Yeah. Like, so there's a lot more to it than just being like, oh man, let's go skate this awesome spot.
I think back in the day it was probably more like a relaxed plaza scene. Like in all the videos, there's like homeless people. They're smoking blunts with them and shit. Like it was more of a hangout spot. And
dude, it is. It's still like that. Like, dude, it's like homeless gang spot. Like there's this like in every corner of the park, there's like a bunch of like homeless crews.
And it's crazy they don't let you skate there, but they'll let you fucking just camp out and fucking do whatever the fuck you
seriously.
want, you know?
You can do anything you want at Love Park except skateboard.
It's crazy. Cops
Interesting
and all those
world,
dudes.
man.
Yeah, it's insane. But so you got skated in Philly. Did you? And then eventually, reason why I really wanted to have you on was because I know that you're into hip hop and you have I was listening to your album. Like,
yeah, I actually brought a flash drive with like the album. I didn't know if you downloaded it, but the album and then like the first mixtape I put out like a little over a year ago, and then some new stuff that didn't come out yet, and some like other random stuff.
Sick. All right.
So.
Yeah, I was trying to find the mixtape. I just got the album yesterday. Enders. Yeah, and I was curious. The name is it skate related or
yeah,
what?
kind of. I mean, it really is. Like I don't like come out and say that, but obviously, if you skateboard, you know that's like kind of like a skate term.
Yeah,
so,
for
but
sure.
It's kind of just like I adapted it into my everyday existence of like other things being like, oh, that shit's Enders, you know, like that's awesome, you know. So that's like that's the curtains right there. So it's kind of that, just like something that I had, you know, just always used the term Enders. So that kind of was the first thing, and then there's this book called Ender's Game. It's Orson Scott Card or something. I think that's the author. But my boy was like, yo, is it like Ender's Game the book? And I was like, nah, I never even heard of the book. He's like, you should read it. It's pretty cool. And I was like, all right. So you know, I read it. And,
what's it about?
It's kind of about saving the world, which I was like, oh wow, this is kind of like I can kind of play off this with like a music thing.
You make it work.
Yeah. So, and it was, dude, the weirdest part was like it ended being like about like saving stuff, and I was like, all right, I can work with that. And then the main character's name, Ender, his name's Andrew, and I was like, that's fucking weird. So
it's like meant to be. Dude.
Yeah. So then me and my boy who engineered that whole album and like mixed it, we found the book on tape.
Sick. So, that's what this.
Yeah, that's all the samples like that like weave it together are all from Ender's Game.
Oh, that's so cool. I was wondering because I love when albums do that because like Wu-Tang, like RZA does that a lot. Jay-Z had the skits in his album and stuff.
Yeah, it blends it together, you know what I mean? Yeah. It goes from one, it makes a transition cool, and it's just like something else. And it's like, none of it is very long, you know, they're all like short clips, but it's still, you know, kind of try to make it work with the song too.
And it's cool that you found that one because I thought maybe you and your homie or whoever were recording them because it said Andrew in it. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, how do they like? What's the deal with that? But that's really rad. Like it worked out.
It was like super like afterthought kind of stuff. You know, like that wasn't the initial idea, but then it just happened to like work out. Then we found that, and it was just like, oh man, this is too good to not do. So we just did that. It was fun.
So is Enders is your first album, first finished album?
Enders is the first album that I ever dropped. I did a mixtape called Satellites, like July of last year, and then after that was Enders. So like not even a year later, I put Enders out, which was the album, because like the mixtape was mostly like. There was some original beats on there, but it was more like I didn't have producers at that point, and I like didn't have a lot of stuff. So I was pretty much going over like Ninth Wonder beats because Ninth Wonder is so good, and like just some other stuff like that I like came across, and then a couple original ones, and then after that I started getting like so many like connected with so many good producers and so many talented people.
From the hype off the mixtape, it was just like kind of.
I just kind of started like. I was just networking really hard, you know what I'm saying? So I started meeting people, and like people I went to school with are like super, super good. So I was like getting a lot of beats and gathering stuff, and then was like, yo, this is make albums. So we just did that. I recorded it all like in a couple months, and like at my school, because my school I did graphic design. That's what I do. It's like my job, how I make money. But my school also has music, so we have like 7 studios. So I just like took advantage of that.
Which school is this?
New England Institute of Art.
Sick.
Yeah,
so that's cool.
Took advantage of like the free studio time. All you have to do is just like get in there with like an audio student who was my friend who like produced a lot of the album, engineered every session, and mixed it. So me and him just would get mad hours in there and just go to work.
And they just let you use it. That's that's sick. And I noticed that when I was listening to it because. I hear a lot, like, I have a lot of people give me their music because they're like, oh, you ever want to use it for a skate video? Or, like, you know, tons of people all the time, whenever I'm on tour, traveling, and I'm getting these tapes. And seriously, I'm going to say, like, close to 80, maybe more, I'm trying to be fair. The beats and the production value is so shit that it's like, dude, even if you have talent, it just doesn't come through because it's hard to listen to. Like, it doesn't sound what it should. And then when I heard yours, I was like, damn, this is, like, done really well.
Yeah, dude, that was, like... I definitely, like, obviously, the first things first is that you want to put out a quality product as in, like, yourself, you know what I mean? Like, good beats, actual talent, you know? But it's like, if you're good and it sounds like shit, like it just sounds awful, mixed, like no one wants to listen to it anyway.
It just doesn't sound right.
It's just like the appeal of something, too. Like, it's like how something looks almost, you know, too. It's like, all right, well, someone handed me their CD with, like, written Sharpie on it and just, like, gave me that, as opposed to someone that had, like, pressed up CDs, like, printed on with, like, a cover and everything. You're going to listen to the one first just because it looks better. So it's like, you know, you want it to be as good as it could be all around.
Yeah, I'm the same way when I get sponsor me tapes from kids. Usually, a lot of them are just kind of, like, shaky, like, real horrible filming in the camera. And I'm kind of like, oh, no, when I first start watching them. But I always watch them through because you never know. Some people just don't have the money and can't do it. And they got good skating, but the filming and production sucks. But, like, definitely when the filming's on point and the music's right and the skating's right, it definitely, I'm like, it gets you psyched more.
Exactly.
You know, for sure.
It's actually pleasing to watch, even if the tricks aren't as good as in the one that's, like, looks like it's in an earthquake.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. What was I going to say? Oh, Enders. So you dropped Enders. Was that your plan? Like, did you ever think, like, I was kind of listening to your music and it said you didn't really think you were going to, like, start out to make albums and be a rapper.
I kind of just, like, always did music forever. Like,
oh, yeah, you did, you played instruments as well, right?
Yeah, I play guitar and bass still.
That's cool.
Yeah, dude, I just, like, I grew up, like, loving music and, you know, my parents, like, I always listened to stuff in the car and just, like, my parents were super into the Beatles and stuff. So, like, I was always around music, and I just was like, I want to do this, you know what I mean? So I started playing guitar when I was in, like, 6th grade, or I was, like, 12 or something. And then I kind of, like, started playing bass more in some bands because people seem to need bass players more than guitar players. So it kind of just, like, ended up that way. It was kind of, like, not a plan, but my brother's band needed, like, a bass player. So I was like, all right, yeah, I'll give it a shot. Yeah. And then I ended up liking it way better.
What was the name of the band?
The Elite, I think it was called. It's like, it was cool. We actually recorded, like, a demo back in the day. It must have been, like, 03 or something.
Yeah.
And I played in so many different genres, like punk, heavy metal, like death metal, like some noise shit, like that was just straight chaos. That was like really fun. And then that's kind of why I got into hip hop, is because every band I was ever in, someone quit or someone like didn't feel like doing it anymore, so like it's just over. And then you don't have a band anymore.
Yeah,
and
you're looking for a new band. Many pieces, and you got to keep it all together. And
exactly,
people grow different ways, and some people lose interest. And crazy.
Exactly. So it's tough to like keep a group together. So I was like, yo, fuck this. Like, I always wrote stuff. Like, no matter what, if I was like a singer in a band or not, I would always like write lyrics and stuff. Like that was just something I was been into for my whole life. So I was like, I would always, like, I remember just listening to hip-hop when I was younger, and, like, I was the kind of person that, like, caught on to the lyrics quick, and, like, you know, by the couple times listened to it, I could, like, recite the whole thing. Yeah. I was like, yeah, maybe I could do this, you know what I mean? Like, maybe I can rap.
I'm jealous, because I always wish I could rap. I try, like, goofing around and shit, but I'm so bad, man. I know, like, I feel like I could get good at anything.
It's just like anything, man.
Put my time into it.
Exactly. Like, you didn't pick up a skateboard and fucking...
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Like backflip with 20 stair rail.
But I love hip hop as much as I love skating, because the first album I ever listened to was 36 Chambers. Yeah. And I was like, I was hooked. You know what I mean? I was blasting that shit, and my mom and sisters are screaming at me like, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with, and they're like, turn it down, and I'm like, it's so good though.
Mom, but Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with though, Mom. I'm just trying to let you know.
So what was some of your first albums? Like, what, as far as hip-hop goes, what got you hooked and psyched?
Well, like, I think the first thing that got me into hip-hop was Nas. I remember, like, I was probably, like, I was never into the Eminem thing because, like, Eminem, like, kind of came out when I was, like, in middle school. And at this point, I, like, wasn't really into hip-hop yet.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, fuck this, you know what I mean? Whatever, you know? I just, like, kind of was, like, didn't really give it a chance.
I wasn't into it at first either. I think it was just all the mainstream hype.
Yeah.
Because he came out and everyone was like, Eminem, you
exactly.
know? And you're like, shut the fuck up.
It was just like something cool to like, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, people were like, yo, I like this because it's cool to like.
The majority of people that liked it didn't like it for the right reason.
Yeah, absolutely.
They weren't really listening to the content. They were just kind of like shock and awe and like, he said this.
Oh my God, he's so offensive. You know,
Yeah.
like, so I really wasn't into it. But then like later on, I started, when I was like hanging out with my one friend he's about like, he's probably like 4 years older than I am. So like he got his license when he was like 16 and I was still young. I was like 13 or something. And because he was like a friend that I grew up skating with and shit. And so like he was always into hip hop. And like I remember just like being in the car listening to Nas, Stillmatic.
One sec. That way I can cut it. My dogs are crazy. All right. So you're in the car listening.
So yeah. So I'm in the car listening to like Nas, Stillmatic, and I was like, dude, this is awesome. Like, I'm super into this. You know, I was like, damn. Like I didn't really. That's when I first started like getting into hip hop, and then I remember me and my brother we shared a room growing up. So every night before we went to sleep, we used to listen to Triumph.
Yeah.
Like, the whole thing. And, like, I could fucking spit every goddamn word to that. And I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. Like,
that song was sick.
Yeah. I was, like, so into it. And that's, like, when I was first started getting into it. So it was, like, kind of Nas and Wu-Tang, you know, like pretty much the staples and a lot of people's, like, getting into hip-hop thing.
Yeah.
And then another one that I always remembered just because I was really young and I thought it was just, like, funny and kind of cool was fucking Fabulous, Keeping It Gangsta. Remember that song?
Yeah.
I remember just rolling around in my friend's car, like being so young. Yeah. And like he had like a fucking sub in his like car, so like it was just the bass was just like I was like, this is awesome, you know. So that's just like a memory that I have like back in the day of just like starting to get into hip hop. And then actually it was funny too because like one of the first hip hop albums that I ever bought myself was Gangstar, The Owners.
So good.
And like then I ended up moving to Boston. Obviously, Guru's from Boston.
Yeah. And
like starting pretty much my hip hop career kind of like came to like a stage in Boston.
Yeah, so. I was reading on the website that. Do you have a record label now, or are you signed to anyone? Or
the Crew Records thing is kind of more just like this is Crew Records.
Okay.
We'll talk about that. It was it's kind of just like homie shit, but
okay.
That's like kind of how I even came to like not suck and at rapping and like continue to like keep pursuing it.
Yeah.
Through that.
Yeah, I was reading. It was saying that you came to Boston and something happened and no one was able to rap or take the stage or something, and then you just kind of.
Yeah. That was like my first my first unofficial hip hop show ever was in Boston. Like probably like a year and a half, maybe a little bit more ago. Probably like a year and like 8-9 months, something like that. But so this. Did you ever hear of Lewis Logic?
Yeah.
Okay, so Lewis Logic was playing a house show in Alston, which is like, I lived around the block from this fucking house. And I was like, my boy's like, yo, dude, Lewis Logic is playing in Alston tonight at a fucking house party. We have to go. And I was like, dude, let's do it.
Hey.
So we just show up to this house and we're like, hey, is Lewis Logic playing here tonight? And I was like, we just like felt weird just knocking on someone's door saying that. But he's like, yeah. Like, we're like, how the fuck did you get Lewis Logic to play at your house? Like, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And he's like, I like do music videos for a lot of underground hip hop artists. And like, I was like supposed to get this dude Chesky Ramos. I don't know if you ever heard of him. He's underground.
Is he from Boston?
Nah, he's from New England, I think. Actually, I don't even know, to be honest with you. But he was supposed to play. Long story short, he couldn't ask Lewis Logic to come do it. So that's how like it ended up going down. So we went and knocked on the door. He was like, yeah, like it's going to be tonight, but it's like not going to be for like a few more hours. So you guys want to like come back in 2 hours. So I ended up actually staying there and like talking to the dude's house because he had said he made music videos for like.
He's a good dude to talk to.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, all right, well, let me see what's up with this. it's my boy. Ended up, he's like a good friend of mine now, which he has like a really awesome production company. It's called Ricky Shabazz and the Boom Bap Boys.
Okay, yeah.
And they do like a lot of, like he has videos with like a lot of, you know, bigger name underground artists.
Is it all hip hop?
Yeah, it's not all hip hop, but it's mostly hip hop because he's super into hip hop, so that's like he does what the shit he likes. But so I ended up started there talking to him, left, came back to the show, and like this band, like there was like a hip hop band who ended up being my friend's band, but at the time I didn't know anybody. And
this is when you first got to Boston, pretty much.
Yeah, this is like. I lived in Chestnut Hill for a little bit because I like had to live in a dorm, and then I moved to Allston. So like it was not that much longer after I moved to Allston. So I hadn't even lived in Boston for like a year at this time, probably. And so we go down to this show, this Lewis Logic basement house show, and this band like sound checks, but then they just like leave, and then like the dude who's actually my DJ now, and like one of my good friends was like spinning, and he was just spinning like instrumentals, cutting shit up, and it was like, he's a fucking crazy good DJ. His name's DJ Emo Betta. He's like Boston OG. Happy birthday, Emo, too. It's his birthday today.
Happy birthday, homie.
But so there was like a mic, and I was like, I'd been drinking at this point. So.
I was gonna ask. I'm like, how do you get the courage or like balls to get?
I was just drunk and I just didn't give a shit at that point. I was like, fuck, man, I don't care. I'm just gonna go do it. So I there's a microphone, and I just like went up, picked it up, and I looked back at Emo, and I was like, you care if I like do this until like those dudes come back? And he's just like, I don't give a shit.
he's like, I don't know what's going on.
Emo's the type of dude. He doesn't fucking care. So. He was just, like, spinning instrumentals, and I literally, like, just started spitting shit that I'd written over them and, like, kind of just, like, fucking flowing over when it changed and just kept it going. And I ended up, like, doing it for, like, 15, 20 minutes.
Damn,
like,
sick.
People, like, thought I was, like, the opener or something. You know what I mean? Because people were, like, up there, like, because, you know, it was, like, a house show. No one fucking knew what was going on. And then even, like, my homie Nick, whose house it was, I'd been talking to him. He was like, he ended up like down there in the front, like, and I was like, he's like, yeah, like 5 more minutes. I was like, all right, man, I just fucking picked this shit up. I wasn't planned.
Yeah, he's giving you a time now.
Exactly. Now I got like 5 more minutes on my set. That's like, not a set. So that was just nuts, dude. And then like we got to like chill at Lewis Logic. He like hung out for a little bit afterwards. Sick. I think he was probably bummed because we're all fanning out, and he's just like trying to like talk to some ladies and shit. Yeah. We were blowing it for him, but
it's kind of hard not to.
Exactly. I was like, dude, like how else am I going to see Lewis Logic in someone's kitchen? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Whenever I get around like pro skateboarders I'm psyched on, I'm always fanning out hard. That's the first thing I say usually. Like I saw a BA one time, and I was like, I'm like, dude, it's probably weird, but you're like one of my favorite skaters. I'm psyched to see you. Like, I'm from the East Coast, so it's hard not to fan out on someone you appreciate.
Yeah, especially when it's like, dude, I don't know when I'm gonna see this guy.
Yeah,
I gotta like talk to him, see what's up.
That's kind of like what you did at the house party is like the definition of an MC. You know, you just get up there and move the crowd, and like it's kind of like seems so scary to me because I've done speeches and weird stuff like that, but I don't know, man.
It was definitely like being drunk helped, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I was like stone cold sober, I probably wouldn't have got the courage to do it, which is made funny because it's like I'm glad I was drinking that night because fuck, like I might have not like done it. And then after that, I kept in touch with that dude Nick from Ricky Shabazz and the Boom Bap Boys, and like just you know I'd hit him up every once in a while, like, oh, how's it going? You know, what's up? Like, what are you working on? And you know, likewise, he'd do the same shit. And then he like hit me up and he's like, yo, aren't you working on like a mixtape or something? And I was like, yeah, like I'm like halfway done recording. And he's like, oh, you got any of the tracks? I was like, yeah. He's like, I want to hear it. I was like, all right, dude, fucking come by. Like, we'll chill, drink some beers or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So he came by, I listened to it, and he was like, damn, this is like good, you know? I was like, oh, thanks, like, I appreciate it. Cool. And then like we kind of just, you know, stayed in touch. We're friends. He did this collab with this clothing company called Animals.
I've heard of it. Yeah,
it's like a Boston thing.
Yeah,
and he did like a shirt collab with them for Ricky Shabazz. Sick. So they did something, and they did a release party because they wanted to like obviously hype it up and like you know sell the merch and shit, and they wanted to like get a reason for people to come, so they had a show.
Yeah.
and Apathy played the show.
Sick.
So that's fucking just cool in the first place. And he was telling me about it, I remember, and I was like, oh, that's dope. I'll definitely be there, you know what I'm saying? And then, like, a week later, he's like, yo, I booked that show. I put you on you're on the show. He didn't ask me. He's not like, yo, you want to play? He's like, yo, I put you on the bill. I was like, fuck, well, looks like I gotta do this now.
It's a lot easier to just be put on the show than just have to, like, walk to the house and be like, just take over the mic.
If I feel like it today. So that was, like, my first show ever. My first hip-hop show that I ever played was, like, with Apathy at, Church, the venue in Boston. It's down near Fenway. It's, like, a really dope venue.
Sick. No.
But it was down there with, like, Apathy, and my other homie, became homie kind of from that show, Rashid Chappelle. He's a Jersey dude who's, like, fucking killing it right now. And, like, play with a bunch of super talented people. I, like, opened it up, and apparently I did all right because people were, like, fucking, it was like, oh, that was dope. That was your first show? I was like, yeah. Like, oh, damn, it's crazy. So
I kind of wanted to ask you about that. Like, I always wonder because, like, I feel like I have a lot of shit to say. Like, just through the way I grew up and, like, I've been through, like, a lot of stuff. And I feel like I have, like, a poetry side or some shit. I don't write nothing, but I feel like I have a lot of deep thoughts. And it must be awesome to, like, put down what you're thinking on paper, put it to the beat, put it to, like, how you feel, the mood, and get it all out there, and then have people, like, the first show, like, people be hyped. Like, how do it feel when you get up there and then you realize the crowd's into it?
Yeah.
Does it just, like, bring a smile to your face and confidence? And
at the first show, that was irrelevant to me. I'm just up there, like, don't fucking blow it. You know what I mean? Like, just trying to, like, I was like, all right, you went over all this shit. You know your stuff. Like, just do what you do. And it's funny because, like, being that my first show, I didn't know how I was going to be on stage as, like my energy situation. I was like, how am I going to be? Am I going to be, like, more relaxed and, like, am I going to be, like, mad animated? Because like
a Busta Rhymes.
Exactly. So I was like, fuck, I don't know how they're going to react because, like, I don't know what I'm going to be like. If I get into it, I could fucking start going wild. But I don't know, man. I was just trying to, like, stay poised up there and, like, seem like I belonged up there, not, like, awkward, like,
because if you even if it's your first time, if you act like you know what you're doing, they're gonna assume it. So, that's with anything.
But I got really lucky too. Is like I have a super good group of friends and.
Sorry.
It's all good.
Go ahead.
I got a super good group of friends and, like, people that, like, support me. So I had mad people at the show. There was like fucking. I had a lot of friends there and, like, a lot of people that I made relationships with. So that made it easier. So, like, it was pretty packed up in the front for my first show, and I was like, a lot of familiar faces mostly, but a lot of other people that just came out for the show because I was like Apathy, fucking Rashid Chappelle. There's, like, some good names on the bill. So, but like it's also tough too sometimes because it's like, who the fuck shows up to a show on time? It's like, I don't know this first dude. Like, I don't need to fucking go see Andrew Moe or fucking whatever. You know what I'm saying? So. It was lucky that, there was, like, a good early turnout, and then, like, I had a lot of friends that came out, and I ended up doing at least a decent job. So it was tight too because, like, I did that show and I played with my, came to be super good friends was one dude, Esh the Monolith, and then this other group called Gray Sky Appeal. It's like,
was he on your album?
Yeah,
he was.
So is Gray Sky Appeal. They're both on it.
I'm trying to think of the name of the track, but
with Ash, it's a Song About Nothing.
Song About Nothing, yeah, that song.
So I played with those dudes at that show too, and then, like, right after that show, Great Scott was like, "Yo, we got this other show next week. We're gonna put you on the bill on that one too."
So it just kept building.
Exactly, dude. It literally just, like, snowballed from, like, doing good at that show, made more relationships with people, networked hard because, like, if you're not networking, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, and I mean it's networking's the term, but honestly, when it's something you love, it's like you want to do it. You want to meet the people, you want to understand and get to know each other.
I wasn't meeting people to be like, all right, well, I need to fucking get this beat, I need to get this show. And I was just meeting people because I was, like, genuinely psyched. But it was networking, because it ended up working out on my, for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, like, after that, I was, like, getting a bunch of shows with Gray Sky and playing with Esh all the time, and, like, I played in, like, Providence, like, up in New Hampshire. And then, like, I played down in, like, Brooklyn and stuff. And,
sick, dude.
I set up a Philly show myself, actually, down at Exit Skate Shop.
Yep,
which is cool. Thank you guys for having me there.
Yeah, this shop's sick.
Yeah, it's a dope shop, and like Grandpa and like Steve are fucking awesome. Steve, it was just Steve at that point. Grandpa actually like bought into it. Dude from Autumn, you know.
Okay, yeah.
He just is like in on that now too.
That's cool.
So it's like just getting better and better.
So did you have the concert in the shop?
In the shop.
That's rad. Sick.
It's like a really big space. So I was like, shit, dude, I want to like do a Philly show, but I don't really know anybody that has venues or like promoters or anything. So I was like, I got to do this all myself. So I just like hit him up and I was like, hey, what do you think about this? Like, I'll do all the work. You know what I mean? I'll fucking make the flyer. I'll get the equipment. I'll come set up. I'll clean up. I'll break down. I'll do it all. Like all you have to do is supply me with the space. I'll bring the people and bring the stuff.
Sick.
So Steve was like, yeah, I'm down. So we just did it. And it was like, my Esh came down from up here and so did Gray Sky. They came down and played the show with me. And it was like free. So everybody came out.
Just
it was
jam-packed
like
the shop.
completely jam-packed. And it was like one of the best shows ever. It was like so fucking fun.
That's awesome.
But,
Must have been rewarding because you did all the work and then it actually paid off. You're
it definitely paid off. Because that's all I wanted. I wasn't like, all right, well, I'm going to charge this much money and make this money back. Like, I put out money out of my pocket just to like get the equipment and stuff. And I didn't make a fucking dime, but that wasn't the objective.
But the memories and the feeling and just people get to hear your music.
Yeah, I just wanted people to come out. Like, all the people I fucking love, you know what I mean? Like, all the homies, whatever, meet new people. Get some fans, hopefully, you know, just have a good time in general. Yeah. So that definitely worked.
I mean, cool. That's kind of the way it is with any business nowadays. And if you're branding yourself, is you got to put things out there and just try and do the work yourself and don't expect an income from it at first and just have fun with it and like connect with people. And then once your brand is built, then you can monetize it even easier, you know?
It's like if it's something you love, you're just gonna... You want to do it regardless. You know what I mean? So you're not firstly in it for the money. Obviously, it'd be nice to make money from doing something you love. Obviously, that's everybody's goal in life. It's like not to hate your job, and if it's something you love and you can do that and make money. But, you know, you just got to put in time, money, and effort that you know isn't going to turn around right away.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is fine, you know what I mean? Like, I love music. I fucking put out free music all the time. Like, I know it's hard for people. You know, like, fucking times are tough. Like, you know, it's nice that people come and pay to come see me play. You know, like, I can at least, like, put out free projects and, like, hopefully get my name out there more and just always have something for people to listen to. They don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, and that's tight. That's how you got to build your brand, for sure. And it's that same thing with this podcast. Like, people are kind of like, what are you doing that for? And I was like, well, yeah, that's what was my response. Is like, why not? I want to interview a bunch of people I'm into. Like, I love hip-hop. I was like, then I seen Tim, and I was like, let's get Andrew on. Hip-hop, we can talk about hip-hop all day. Yeah. And then, like, pro skateboarders that I look up to, Donnie Barley, and then, like, my homie Nick, I wanted him to come on and kind of talk about what's going on with him. And I'm just like, I don't even care if you make money off of it, if anything, I'm just psyched to do it. So then it's just like, how could good things will come from it either way? Like, you know what I mean?
It's like a good experience regardless. Yeah. It's like, who doesn't enjoy a good conversation just talking about shit you're into? So it's like, it's a win-win. Probably have this conversation regardless at some point or other. So it's like, might as well document it and see what comes, you know?
Going back to Stillmatic, that's such a sick album. The artwork on the album was sick too. Like, he's on the wall with the pigeon and stuff. Yeah, it's so sick. I was like, you go back and listen to the rest of it, like the Illmatic and all his other albums, and just like OD on Nas after Stillmatic.
Absolutely, dude. Like, Nas is like one of my favorite MCs ever.
So good,
dude. It's like has some crazy concepts that I don't feel like other people could like pull off.
He's artist.
He's been fucking killing it forever. Like, I know some people, like, you know, after he put out, like, Stillmatic, the other albums after that, like, weren't as good and shit. It's like, dude, fucking, how hard is it to, like, put out the fucking greatest album every single time? It's like, you gotta understand, like, these dudes are fucking trying. But, like, I feel like most people feel like that with every band, that they're super, like, dude, I fucking love this album. This is the album. Yeah. And then, like, everything after that, they're usually like, oh, this isn't as good as that.
I'm like, I have a theory about this. I talk about this with my friends all the time. Because, like, I like 50 Cent. Yeah. I mean, Get Rich or Die Trying. Dude. Even before that, the mixtape shit that first leaked that, like, helped him get where he is. So fucking good. And then, like, everyone just bandwagon. They're like, everyone's like, I love 50. And then the new shit comes out, and he's successful, and they're kind of like, I don't like him anymore because he's mainstream.
Because people know him now.
Yeah, but it's so stupid because I'm like, didn't you listen to his first rap? He said, I want to get rich or die trying. He came from the hood. Yeah. He was getting shot and all this violence, and he wants to be successful and rich. And now that he's achieved his dream, you don't want to hear from him no more. You're no longer a fan. Yeah. So I kind of see it as fair weather. They cheer for you when you're down, and they want you to succeed when you're like coming up scrapping as a young buck. But then once you get to the top, then they're like, fuck him.
It's like, you got money now, you did it, I don't fucking care anymore.
Yeah, fuck you, you have nothing to say. Nas, on the other hand, his albums are so good. Untitled, all the new one, what's the new album? Fuck, I cannot think of it right now.
Literally.
Life is Good. Life is Good. Yeah. So good. And Untitled.
Dude, it's really, really good.
Like, and the mixtape for Untitled was good as well, yeah. I
think I enjoy every project that he's put out, so.
So good, man. Nas is one
of them. I mean, you know, obviously I like more more than others. Like, I like this more than this. Yeah. But, I mean, there's always, like, tracks on everything that I'm like, damn, this is fucking, like, this is that shit. So. Yeah.
Godson was really good too, dude. I could just all his albums. I found out I like Nas, Jay-Z, all them dudes. And I saw that you said you like Biggie more than Tupac.
Yeah, it was just
because of the flow or what?
I don't know, man. Like, I was just always into Biggie more. Like, I feel like too, like growing up and like getting into Biggie in the beginning when I first started listening to hip hop. Like, obviously, it's like once you get into hip hop, it's like you need to listen to Biggie.
Yeah,
you need to listen to Biggie and Tupac because it's kind of like the staples of like the gods of hip hop, you know. I mean, it's like, dude, like everyone obviously acclaims them as two of the best rappers ever, you know, no matter what. So it's like, all right, you know, I need to get into this shit and see what's going on. But I don't know. I just always like Biggie more. I just like, I think I'm like super. I feel like I like everything East Coast. Like a lot of my favorite skaters are from Philly. Like a lot of my favorite rappers are from Philly or the East Coast too. You know, it's like I got that like East Coast mentality thing going on, so I just tend to fucking. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Tupac because that dude was just like a straight up fucking artist. Like he was such a smart dude. That dude was like straight scholar.
Yeah, so, yeah, for sure.
It was just that like musically, I kind of just like ended up liking Biggie better. I think I liked the beats better too and shit. Like because Tupac, obviously, I like the West Coast type of vibe thing going on.
And some of his shit was like real raw too. Like Biggie's always had like amazing beats and his flow just on top of everything. Just the way Biggie flows.
Yeah, his delivery is just fucking. It's just so good. Like it just like makes you smile or something. You know what I mean? So
it's fucking awesome.
It's just it's just my personal opinion. I'm not saying that anyone's better than anyone else. It's just that I personally like Biggie better than Tupac.
Yeah, that's cool. Everyone busts my balls because I'm a huge Tupac fan. And they're always like, Biggie. And I'm like, dude, I like both. I love hip hop. Yeah. Like, honestly, but I just like Tupac because, not even because of it's because of his rap, but just the things he said in his rap kind of touched on my life story a little bit. So then I connected in that way. But they're both, as far as artists, amazing.
Anything you can relate to is obviously like, you're going to love
like,
it. Exactly. It's like, dude, fuck yeah, I feel that.
You seen my first board graphic?
Is that the one?
That's it right there.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking sick.
Yeah, I was like, that's the Tupac inspired, like, Still I Rise album.
Yeah, no, I saw that you posted that. Shit's sick.
Yeah, I'm like, that was my first graphic because I was like, that's such a good concept for a board graphic.
That's probably such a hard thing to think of. It's like, what the fuck do I do?
I had that one for so long because I was dreaming about being a pro skateboarder, and I was like, what's the first graphic?
Order of business.
And I didn't want it to be something like, is like with your music, I kind of noticed because like a lot of times I listen to new hip hop and some of the shit, and it just seems so shallow, or it's just dance music, or it's just for a profit, and you can feel it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I love hip hop. I like when people talk about content, and you can still have good beats and be sing-songy, and like, but like your album was full of like information and like stories about yourself and like good content that you can listen to. And that was the same thing with my first graphic. I was like, I want it to mean something, you know. I want it to have a piece of me, not just be like something to sell, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like. Also, like you said, it's the same with music. It's like it can be something that means something to you, like super deep, but you just can make it dope.
Yeah.
And like, make it like marketable anyway.
I feel like Kanye does that. Like,
yeah, dude.
There's someone present day, like he'll have some stuff where you're like, he'll kind of he'll slip it in there, like he'll slip in some like deep meaning or something.
Nah, he's fucking awesome. He's just, that dude is just so.
He's out there.
Yeah, man, he is out there. But like, as an artist, like, I always was super into whatever he was doing. Like, he's such an ill producer, too. So it's like, that dude's fucking killing it. But he's just a kook, kind of.
Yeah. I think it kind of, like, that's what made him famous is also kind of, like, his downfall, sort of, you know?
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
One of those things.
Well, because, like, people fucking feed off, like, drama and just, like... Yeah. You know, obvious, like, publicity, and he was always, like, just doing something that people were like, oh, my God, what the fuck is Kanye West doing right now?
George Bush doesn't like black people.
Yeah. So, I mean, he was just, like, he definitely put the spotlight on himself, and it worked, because he's crushing it. That dude's, like, killing it, like, making awesome music still. I mean, some stuff I'm not really a fan of, but most of it I really like.
Yeah, he's at the point with his music now, too, that I'm sure he's experimenting with some crazy shit that's going to take a while to swallow.
He got that shit. He got to the point where he can, you know what I mean? He, like, made that money, and now, like, on what he was trying to do, and now he's like, all right, well, I fucking did all this already, so I'm going to try to do something else.
And that's the thing, like, that was going back to what we were talking about. Like, he's another artist that I'm a huge fan of is Kanye, because just because of College Dropout alone, like, so much he gave in that album, like, to people, if you listen to it, it's, like, an amazing album. And then he put out, like, 808 and Heartbreak, which I, like, listened to once, and I was like, oh, fuck, it's fucking hurting me to listen to it, you know? Yeah. But it was still, like, whatever, it's cool, people loved it. But, like, I was like, I wasn't like, oh, I don't like Kanye anymore. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people were like, fuck Kanye now, he's getting all singy. Then the next album he put out after that was fucking awesome.
Exactly. He was just trying to do something that he wanted to do, and you can't hate on that. It's like, all right, maybe it's not something you're into, but it's like, dude, he just didn't give a fuck and just did it because he wanted to do it.
That's another thing about hip-hop and artists and Tupac as well, is that it's genuine. It's a real person. Like, Tupac did all types of shit. He wasn't one-sided. Like, they always say he's a Gemini, but, like, he put out a fucking gangster-ass song, and then he put out Dear Mama, you know what I mean? But, like, he was, like, a complete human being, and he wasn't put in a box because of his fame or notoriety or his money. He would still be in the clubs even when he was filthy rich. Partly the reason why he probably got shot and killed was he was vulnerable because he just shared himself constantly.
Because he still, like, just lived his life as he always did.
Yeah, which is authentic and original.
Changing himself because it's like, all right, I got this money now. I need to fucking be something different.
Yeah, and that's the same with Kanye, I feel. He's kind of still out there and crazy and does weird shit, but, like, it seems like it's true to his character.
Yeah, man. He's definitely being himself, that's for sure. Like, that dude is just him all the way. So, I mean, what are you going to do?
And I feel that's important for music, man. And that's when I listened to Enders. I was like, I listened to it straight through because that's how I do it.
It's long.
Yeah, it was good though. I listened to it straight through. I was like making breakfast and I like brought my laptop in and shit. But that's how I do it. I listen, like when I get a new album, I have to know the name of the track when it comes on because for some reason, I don't know. I feel like if I know the name of the track, I'm going to know the song more.
Yeah.
I guess.
No, I feel you.
I don't know. Because I guess, I mean, you named it for a reason, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So,
makes sense.
So every track came on, I was like, all right, the name, listen to the whole thing through, the whole album through, and it was just sick, man. I was like, damn, he talks about a lot of real shit in the album, and I wasn't sure. Because nowadays... You just don't fucking know. Yeah, you don't know.
It could have been fucking... It could... I mean, you were, like, jumping into it blind, you know what I mean? Because you didn't really, know me or anything, and you didn't know what I was about, So it could have been, like, some swag shit or something, you know what I mean? Like, not saying anything. But, like, I don't know. Like, me as a person is, like... We all have ups and downs. We all have, like, shitty days, good days, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it's, like... My albums, like, I feel like every project that I put out is just a straight roller coaster because it's like, it touches on everything. And that's like what I try to do because it's like, I feel all these ways. So I write them down, put them into music, and it's like, I'm going to release me. Like, that album's me, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's good, there's like things I like, there's fucking bad days, there's like shitty stories that like, stuff I went through, and then, it's just like, it's all me. And I just try to put it out completely as myself because I know other people have been there, and it's like some people are like having a tougher time than others dealing with shit like that, and it's like if I can at least have people listen and be like, yo, fuck yeah, like that, I feel the same way. At least it's not just me, because that's like when I listen to some music, when I just like feel like shit, I'm like, and I listen to something that's like exactly how I'm feeling, like, damn, I'm not the only one. You know what I mean?
You don't feel so alone.
Exactly. So that's just me, I just try to put myself out there and just, like, you're always going to get me, be it good or bad. So that's...
Is there ever times when you're, like, in the middle of, like, writing a song or trying to figure it out? Are you ever, like, nervous or scared to, like, expose stuff? Or, like, because I know it's, like, hard. Like, even for me, when I do interviews and stuff like this, I talk about my real life and things I've gone through, and it's nerve-wracking to share with people because a lot of people, like, they want to hate on you. You know what I mean? Regardless. So it's like, it's hard to put out your true feelings because you feel like someone's going to hate on you, but I feel it's beneficial because the people that do connect will really connect with you.
Exactly.
So are there ever time when you're writing a song or trying to put together something that you're just like,
it's tough.
I don't know,
it's
like
tough
you're nervous
sometimes.
about?
Yeah, because like, it's like when you're putting your whole self out there, it's definitely like, damn, like, dude, I'm just like this. It's like you write this song and you're like, this is me. Like, am I ready to fucking put me out there on the line?
For people to listen to over and over and over.
And, like, judge me for, like, whatever reason. It's like, but at the end of the day, like, this, I feel the same because it's like you said, like, people that are going to connect with it are going to connect. And it doesn't matter at all what you do because no matter what, people are like, oh, fuck this dude. Or fuck
you're going to have people hating like, regardless.
You're never going to please everyone, so you might as well do exactly what you want anyway. Because you're either going to get, like, some people that love it, some people that hate it, no matter what.
And I notice the majority of people that hate on anything, they're usually just, they want your spot or they're just pissed off because they didn't do it.
Or like, like Bumpy Knuckles, fucking... You know Bumpy Knuckles?
No.
He's like OG MC, like Freddie Fox.
Yeah.
That's Bumpy Knuckles.
Oh, okay.
They're the same person. It's like
right. I don't even
Bumpy Knuckles, aka Freddie Fox. Yeah, well, that's in a lot of skate videos and shit. He's in a lot of Gangstar stuff. But like he just put out a new album with DJ Premier, and he's just like talking about how like people that like are like talking shit and people that are hating are usually people that aren't good at what they do or don't even know what they want to be good at doing. Yeah. So, I don't know. I just thought that was kind of like a dope.
It makes sense. It makes sense, man. I see it. People, because like, I don't, like, I'll talk shit. I talk shit, like, straight up. But it's out of fun. It's out of, like, at the end of the day, if someone said, dude, what would you say that for? I'd be like, I don't know, I'm full of shit. Don't listen to me. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'd be like, I really don't know shit. Like, I'm just talking shit out of funny factor. But dudes that talk malicious shit and, like, are serious about it, that's usually just because they're too scared to be themselves and do something they like, or they just see someone else being comfortable and confident and they don't like it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's like, it's like that with music a lot so much too, because it's like, especially in music, because it's like a lot of people at like the level that I'm at, if you're getting people that like aren't like other artists that, it's one thing if people don't like your music, because, like, obviously not everything's for everyone, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, like, being a dickhead is a whole different thing. And it's usually the fact that, like, you're trying to do the same thing and, like, people see you as a threat, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't care, man. We're all doing the same thing. If you get some shit done, good for you. You know? Like, awesome. Like, even if I don't like your music, if you're, like, a good person in general, like, I back it.
Yeah, because you're not going to make or break that person with your words, really.
Absolutely.
I mean, you might, but hold on one sec, all right?
For sure.
I just want to stop this and go check on my dogs because they're freaking. And we're back.
Cool.
All right, we're talking about haters. It seems like in music and skateboarding, for some reason, people have such strong opinions about that, like negative. You ever go to Heliclips and watch all the skate videos on there?
I can't even fucking read that shit.
It's
people
insane.
Talk. It's like...
It's insane. It's insane, the shit that
people
foul things they say.
People are so, like, fucking hard on the internet. Like, that's it.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, I can say whatever I want to because they don't fucking know who I am and can't see me, so I can just fucking talk shit and hate on this for no reason. It's like, all right. But at the end of the day, I guess it's just the internet, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you just turn it off.
It's definitely like, it can be daunting though, man. It's like, damn, like, that person really just fucking, like, laid into me.
They say
for some reason, things. Like, it's like you fucking did something to them personally.
Like you slapped their mother or something. They fucking hate you.
Damn, you're really passionate about hating me, right?
It's scary, the comments that I read. It's like, because I talked about this on another podcast, is I have a video that went viral out there. It was at Ashmont Station. I skating and this guy like kind of like chest bumped me.
Oh yeah, I fucking seen that shit. That was nuts.
So that video got 3.5 million views or something retarded. And the comments though, most of it isn't skateboarders. It's just mainstream people.
Yeah,
like watching the video and then they comment and like. I've never been called a faggot so many times in my life. Like,
yeah, dude.
And the shit that they wrote, like, was so hateful to me. And I read it, and I was just like, I just couldn't believe.
Like, I don't even want to read any. I don't even want to fucking see any more of these comments.
It scares me because I'm like, dude, people really don't understand the art of skateboarding. Like, they just think I'm fucking vandalizing and I'm attacking old people.
Yeah, and you're like trying to be tough or something.
Yeah,
it's
and
like
it's
totally just, out of not like how it went.
Not at all. The dude came at me and I just defended myself with words. I didn't even touch the dude. I just put him in his place and I drew a line and he didn't cross and he left. I had thought I handled it perfectly, but the general public
take physical action to it, so it's like,
and rightfully I should have. The dude pushed me and took my board like anyone else. If that was someone my age, I probably would have.
And it was just some fucking dude. Like,
he didn't own it. It was a train station. I guess he owned a restaurant down the road.
Yeah,
and he just thought he owned the fucking community and like was doing the people's work, you know, like. Yeah. But anyway, so the comments were so gnarly, and I just couldn't believe someone. It scares me because I'm like, this is how they feel inside because it's not face to face.
Yeah, so they don't just have say whatever they want.
Yeah, they can just say whatever. So what's inside them was the worst shit I've ever read. Like,
I feel like some people literally just say shit though, just say shit. You know what I mean? It's like because they can, because it's not face to face, because you'll never see them or know what they look like. You know what I mean? It's like, I can just say what the fuck I want. I'm just going to say that, like, the fucking worst thing I can think of because
you're an
why
AIDS
not?
Baby, I hate you.
Yeah, it's like
that's a comment.
Really?
Yeah. Gnarly.
Dude, it was funny. I know what you mean, man. Like, in two different instances, actually. Like, I actually got, like, kind of lucky, I guess, per se. Like, I have a music video on...
I was checking them out.
Yeah, the Take Notice one.
On YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Got, like 10,000, over 10,000 views, which is like good for me because I'm just awesome, like some dude. You know what I mean? Like just from like nothing. I maybe got put up on like 2 or 3 blogs, but nothing insane. Yeah. And like pretty much I was just plugging it away myself. It's more or less like what happened, and then just like people that were like, oh, I like this, and then
just spreads.
Exactly. Yeah, cool. But so we got over 10,000 views on it, and it's just me and my homie making it. I mean, it's well done because he's good at what he does. He does film, so it looks good. But, I'm just some dude. But, like, the comments, there's probably, like, over 50 or so comments on it. And there's only one bad comment. And it's funny. I just fucking laughed. Because it literally just says one where it just says faggot. Like, it's not like, yo, this dude's a faggot. This sucks. It's just like faggot. And I was like, that's awesome. Like, I wasn't even mad. I just laughed. And it was mad funny because, dude, like, other people, like, fucking came at him like, yo, dude, go fuck yourself. They're like, nah, I didn't fucking say anything. I didn't comment on it. It was just like other people that watched the video were like, whoa, fucking, you're the man, dude, fucking this, that. Like, to the dude that called me a faggot, which was mad fun. I was like, nice. Like,
that's what happened.
Got some defending going on.
Yeah, no, it's good. The video of me with the dude at Ashmont, a lot of it is people going back and forth. Like, for sure. Just fighting over the fact whether I was breaking the law or whether the dude beat me up or I beat him up or, like, even though there's no fighting, but they just go back and forth. And there's... Because I get emails when comments go up on that video. Yeah. So half of them are just people fighting with each other, going back and forth. I feel like people just don't do enough shit. They don't have a life.
Yeah.
So they sit on like a computer and have arguments with other people and
that are sitting behind the computer. Yeah. Exactly. And then another thing like completely unrelated to like music, skateboarding, whatever. It's just so I got like obviously I'm proud to be from Philadelphia. I fucking like. Always rep that no matter what, like East Coast, Philly, that's like my thing, Yeah. I always like let it be known, always wear a Phillies hat and shit, So I got this tattoo, it's like ridiculous kind of, it's a fucking Philly fanatic, like it's huge. It's literally like on my whole side. It's the Philly fanatic, which is the Phillies mascot, like the big, right? Big green crazy looking thing. Riding the old school eagle, like he's riding on him, and with the Flyers jersey on, spinning a Sixers basketball on his finger.
Oh, that's right.
So it's like fucking huge. And then there's like the wind swooping down, and then there's like somewhat of a skyline behind it and shit. So like I'm not the smallest dude. Like I'm probably out of shape and a little heavier than I should be and shit. I'm not a male model. I'm just putting it out there. And so there's this like I don't know if you ever heard of Barstool. So it's like just kind of like a thing that of people post up. There's like a Philly, New York one. I think there's a Boston one too.
So, wait, is it a website?
Yeah, it's a website that they just put up shit on, just whatever. It's
content.
Yeah.
It's like World Star Hip Hop.
Yeah, exactly.
Weird videos.
Yeah, exactly. And just like there'll be like Philly stuff, New York stuff, Boston stuff. So my friend, like without me knowing, sent a photo of my tattoo to the spot because like, the Philly Barstool, and he was like, yeah, I just want to, I don't know, I just think like it'd be cool to put it up there because it's like a cool tattoo.
Yeah,
it's like
fun.
Philly as shit.
Yeah.
And dude, literally, there's not one comment. I haven't checked it since the one time I did, but there's not one comment about the tattoo. It's just people fucking attacking me, like how I look.
Jesus Christ,
dude, it's fucking nuts. Like people are like, that dude's built like shit. He looks like fucking shit. Da, da, da. Like, oh my god, this is exactly how to picture a Philadelphia person to look. And like, dude, just straight up like killing me. And I was like, dude, I was like bummed. I was like, damn, dude, like. What the fuck? Like, I wasn't trying to be... I didn't even send this shit. I didn't even have anything to do with this. And now I'm just getting straight, like, people are fucking coming at me. Just for, like, not being in shape or something. Like, because I'm fucking, like, heavier and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it's fucking retarded.
It's just like, dude, the only reason this photo is on here is for the tattoo. And, like, there's not one thing said about it. I mean, at least since I checked, and I refuse to look at the fucking comments anymore because I'm sure it's just more... Bullshit. People fucking attacking me. But I'm just like, damn, man, the internet is fucked up.
I feel like it's just you know what it is? Yeah, it's the internet. It's like the only people that leave comments, like probably about 90% of the people that do leave comments on the internet are negative, fucking pissed off people. So it's just a community on the they all come to because they can do it nameless and on there. So it's fucking insane, man. It's definitely a puzzle, and I always relate to it as music and skateboarding, but it's anything where you express yourself. You put it out there for people to see. The majority of people, like, either love it or hate it, dude. It's just how it is, you know?
And if they hate it, they just are going to, like, talk shit because they can do it anonymously.
And it's crazy. It's easy to knock someone down when they're out there and they're trying to do new things and put out their craft and, like, expose themselves. It's easy to knock on it because you know that person's, like, putting a piece of themselves out there. They're vulnerable and they're going to do it, and it's just easy to pick it apart, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's harder to actually do it and create it and put it out there.
It's like, what the fuck are you doing that you can fucking judge me, but, you know, like, you don't even have the opportunity to say any of that. It's just more like them fucking taking a swift blow at you, and then fucking that's it.
I wanted to ask you, it's kind of along the lines of what we're talking about. I like going off subject, but
that's fine.
I have questions for you as well, but we'll get into those.
Yeah, whenever you want to. So I'm pretty free, man, so
sweet. So
we can keep it going.
The question I have for you is, do you ever have any... I don't know how it is in hip-hop now, because I don't really understand. Like, I never really cared, but is there ever, like, do you ever get the white rapper thing? Like, do people ever...
Yeah, I mean, you're always going to get the white rapper thing. You're always going to get the, like, Eminem now... Not Eminem anymore. That's kind of like oh, you're a rapper? What are you trying to be, Eminem? That, like, has...
Kind of past.
You know what I mean? Because, like, Eminem is not, like, the only white rapper anymore.
Yeah, now it's more common. That's why I was like, I don't really know if that's still a thing.
No, but it still is a thing.
It is,
but it's like, oh, what do you like, Mac Miller or something? You know Mac Miller?
Yeah.
So, like, because he's, like, the next big, like, you know, white rapper guy, I guess. You know,
he's, like, hit a level of mainstream that people are recognizing him in.
So, well, I mean, he did have the #1 selling album, like, not too long ago. Like, out, and
I've never heard any of his music, but I know who
it's more of like a college appeal kind of thing. Like, I feel like his fan base is more like a college and younger base kind of, you know, thing.
Like young girls and college students.
Yeah, kind of. It's just kind of like, I don't think it's like what you would call swag rap now, but it's more like fucking smoke weed, be fresh kind of thing. I don't know. I mean, you know,
it kind of seems like a few artists were like that, like Wiz Khalifa.
He's also from Pittsburgh, and that's how he came up with Wiz Khalifa.
Which is cool. Do your thing. I've like heard Wiz Khalifa a little bit, but I never really got into it. But I mean, I didn't hate it, but it wasn't my thing. But it's same with homie. What's his name again?
Mac Miller.
Mac Miller, yeah. I had people that were like psyched on his music, and I don't think I've ever heard one of the tracks. But
yeah, it's like,
he's the white dude now, though.
Yeah, he's kind of like, you know, it's like Mac Miller or fucking like. I think that's kind of more a thing because like you do kind of see it. You see like people like trying to do like the like swaggy, fresh kind of like college like geared rap shit because like, you know, obviously like if you can get like one group of college people on board with your music, it spreads to like the whole college thing, and obviously that's a fucking enormous base. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. Like, you know, people are like, oh yeah, like what do you do? Like, what kind of music do you do? You know, like what kind of rapper are you? And I was like, I don't know, I'm just fucking me.
I'm like Weird Al. That's what I would be.
I'm like, yeah, dude, I don't know, bro. I'm like, I don't. It's funny. It's like when people like ask you what kind of like rap you do, or like what kind of this or that, like music, when they're talking about hip hop, I feel like it's like people that ask you in skating, like, yo, what's your best trick?
Yeah,
it's like, what the fuck does that even mean? You know what I mean? Like, what do you consider, like, what are we talking here? You know, that's like pretty broad. So it's kind of like that. I'm like, I don't know, but like, I have this album you can fucking listen to if you want. You can make an opinion yourself. Like, I don't know. I just fucking do music and I'm myself, and then that's what I do.
I wish there was a best trick. Like, I wish I knew what the best trick was, so I could do it. Complete it like a video game. Like, damn, I did it, and the knack, the tray flip crook grind, I'd landed it, and now I'm done.
And now I did the best trick.
But it's not like that. It's like with skating, and I'm sure with hip hop, it's just like it's a growing process, and it's a vehicle for you to grow. That's how skating is for me. Like, I started skating when I was like 12, and it's helped me grow to the point where I am now. It's been a vehicle to help me get all over the world, meet amazing people. It's given me the tools I need to become a man, to understand who I am. It's allowed me to meet interesting people that have given me broad point of view about life and stuff. And it's just a vehicle that you grow with, and your skating changes throughout the process. And I'm sure that's the same with music. It's not like you don't just try to make $1 million, or you're not just trying to like put out the best. You try to put the best thing out, but it's not like you're done if you did. You still got to put something more out. Yeah,
it's like, you know, like you try to put out the thing that best portrays yourself, I think, at least, you know what I mean? Like,
have your outer voice match your inner voice.
Absolutely. And it's like, you know, you try to fucking do some different stuff, and you try to do whatever, you know, like, if you're into something, you want to do that. Like, you want to fucking, like, explore and stuff, and, like, you know, not everyone's going to like it, but it's like, at the end of the day, I'm just trying to do what I like to do, and, like, I'm going to make music, so...
Yeah.
Whatever it is, however it comes out, I'm going to do it. And that's kind of just like, I don't know what it is. I don't know how I can describe myself or like put myself in a category of anything. It's just like, I'm just another person making music, and just because I love doing it.
I feel like a lot of people do put themselves in boxes so they can monetize it and sell it, because that's what people tell you have to do. You have to
you have to market yourself into like a certain way and like push it. And the way you got to make it is, like, so it'll appeal to this exact base.
Yeah.
So you can fucking... Exactly.
That's what they tell you, but I don't feel like that's the only way. I think that's the easier way. You know what I mean? That's the easy way to do it.
It really is. I mean, it's definitely... I guess it's not easy regardless.
Well, no, yeah.
But if you, like, have, like, a fucking... If you lay out, like, a business plan, like, I need to do this, because then if I do this, it'll do this, that will do this and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, if you just do whatever you want... It's definitely like a little harder, I guess, you know, because you're just trying to do what you like and hope that it like appeals to people.
Yeah, you hope everyone jumps on it.
Yeah, but then, you know, it's like not gonna always work like that. But
yeah, I mean, there's certain cases that are for it and some that aren't. What I was gonna ask you too was because I asked you the white guy thing because that seemed like a thing.
Yeah.
And then what I liked about your album was that you weren't like one of those dudes that... Because I knew you skated. Like, I knew you skated before you even made music. So it wasn't like you were one of the dudes that were like... Every other line in your fucking rap was like you trying to rhyme with the word skateboard or throw crooked grind in your rap.
I've never said a fucking word about skateboarding in any of the music I've ever made.
Is that a conscious thing, or is that... It is.
I don't do it.
Just because you don't want to be boxed into that skateboarder rapper thing? Or?
No, I don't even think it's that necessarily. For me, it's this. It's that I fucking have been skateboarding for 13 years. You know what I mean? Like, I can skateboard and do it. It's like part of my life, and I love doing it. And I feel like maybe at a different time and place, like, I might have said something about skating, you know, because it is something I love. But it's like, I feel like now when people talk about skateboarding, it is... to, like, market themselves towards, like, that kind of base. You know what I mean?
They're not being genuine. It's more like a clicky thing, like a trendy thing, yeah.
So, like, being an actual skateboarder, I don't feel the need to fucking talk about it. I mean, it's not like I'm embarrassed to fucking skate. It's like, dude, you fucking see me at a show, I'm probably just wearing all skate shit because that's, you know, I just skate. You know, I'm a skateboarder. Yeah. But it's like, I don't want to, like... be like, oh, this is how I'm gonna get like my fans. I'm gonna rap about skateboarding, and then like it's gonna fucking build on this for me. It's
I think because to like rap about skateboarding, it is kind of corny. Like even if you're doing it genuinely, it's just hard to like rap about the process of skateboarding. like, it's just a hard thing to fit into, like, music, like, so it is kind of corny, so it's good that you acknowledge that. You don't just try to do it for the sake of, like, marketing, you know?
Yeah,
like,
no, fuck that.
People do that. People do that all the time. It's funny, because, like, the only one that I thought pulled it off was Lupe. And it was, like, that song was corny as hell.
I fucking hated that goddamn song.
Yeah, it was corny as hell, but, like, it was genuine, kind of, you know? I don't even think he skates, but it was just a story about skateboarders, you know, like, someone he knew, maybe? But I don't know, but...
I don't know, dude. That shit was, like, to me, I was like, oh, fuck, man. He's just trying to fucking make a play off some... He did skateboard popularity.
I don't know if he did. I mean, he might have did it on purpose, but he did. He definitely it did help him.
It definitely worked. Yeah. I mean, his plan worked.
I like Lupe and I like his music, but that song was so bad, dude.
Yeah, that shit was horrendous, actually. But
it was really, really uncomfortable to listen to.
It's a funny thing though with that. Like, I thought that might be something we would get into, like the crossing of the two. You know what I mean?
Well, because I want to make sure people out there know that, like, you're not one of those dudes just trying to fucking, like, you were a skateboarder first and you like music. It's not like you're just trying to be like, oh, I'm a skateboarder rapper. I don't want anyone to think that, because when I heard your album, like, he clearly isn't that dude, you know?
No,
like,
definitely not.
Which I think is a good thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, I love skating and I love fucking making music, so, and I'm going to continue to do both of those things, like, two of my, like, the things that make me live, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I live to do. Fucking skate and make music and make art.
Do you notice similarities between the two? As far as, like, the feeling you get from the creative process? And
it's fucking awesome, man. Like, obviously, there's nothing better than just, like, fucking just going out skating with your homies and just fucking, like, all day cruise, people killing it, just everyone getting psyched on a session, and there's, like, the similar kind of thing of, like, playing shows, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I can see that.
It's just super fun being up there and, like, fucking having people come out and, like, it actually look like they're enjoying themselves to be there, you know? It's like, and I like to, like, completely interact with the crowd. Like, I don't, like, stand up like I'm on a pedestal. I usually, like, get into the crowd and just fucking, like, hang out with everybody.
Yeah, that's
because it's like, I'm just some dude making music. You could do it too, you know, if this is what you wanted to do and, like, you fucking worked hard, you could be doing this too. So it's like, or you're doing something else that's, like, the same thing, but it's just a different vehicle for, like, your passion. You know what I'm saying? So it's just really, like, I don't know. It's definitely, like, similar. And, like, it's, the lifestyle of it is kind of, like, similar. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I don't know, like, you get together with, like, your homies and, like, write songs together, or, like, get together homies that produce and, like, you make, like, a beat or something, you know what I mean? It's just like going skating with your boys and, like, or, like, fucking trying to film a video with your homies. Yeah. So it's like making a video is, like, kind of like making an album or something.
That's what it seems like. It seems like the same process as far as making an album and a video part is very similar. It's cool, man. Did you ever, do you have a video part online?
Yeah, it sucks, but...
On YouTube or what?
Yeah, I'm trying to fucking get my boy to, like, dig up, like, my old-ass part that's probably, like, years old.
VHS or something?
Nah, it's, like, it's fucking VX shit, but it's, like, it's still, like, probably, like, fucking 6, 7 years old, like, when I was, like, throwing down and stuff. But me and Dubs actually have a shared part in the video that Tim's into. It's called Piff City.
That's right.
Me and Dubs share a part in that. And, like, that was probably the lowest point of my skateboarding. And it was, like, fucking the only video part that I've really ever made, which is, like, depressing. But at the same time, it's like, dude, we had mad fun doing it. It was, like, me, Tim, Kerry, and Will Reslo.
Yeah.
So
Will had some sick fucking nose blunt in that video part, and he popped out in a ditch or something.
Dude, Will's part's so good. And it was so funny. Like, you can't get that dude. He can do, like, his part's so funny because it's, Will will never film a part that's as good as him because he's amazing, but, like, he just wants to have fun, you know what I mean? Like, he could do a line with, like, 2 of the fucking sickest tricks ever, but he'd be like, nah, dude, I want to just do a fucking tail slide. Like, I'm going to go real fast and do a tail slide and then do a front blunt. It's like, dude, why don't you do like this? I know you can do it. It's like, nah, dude, I just want to do a tail slide. Like, all right.
I saw you had Piff City tat.
Yeah, I got the Piff City tat on there.
Anyone else got that?
Nah, just me.
Holding it down, dude.
Yeah, dude, had to, man. That was like the squad because when we made that video is when I lived in Manayunk, and Tim and, like, Dubs and Will and Kerry lived in, like, East Falls, which is, like, right next door to each other. They're, like, just like you're on, like, this main street and you're in Manayunk, and then you just, like, go down the street and it's same street and you're just in East Falls. It's like the same fucking place.
I think I went out there and I stayed
that's when Tim. You stayed with Tim at the East Falls spot.
Some cool spots out
there.
there.
Yeah, definitely. So that was like, Pip City was like the crew when we just like fucking, obviously Dubs made that name up because he's just Dubs and he's ridiculous and I don't know why it's Pip City, but it was just fucking funny.
It's a perfect name, dude.
Yeah, it was just awesome. So we just ran with that one and that's like, pretty much we filmed that whole video when we all lived in like that area and all hung out together. So it was like kind of like more of like a representation of the time, you know, which was cool. So I had a lot of good times down there with those dudes because they're all good dudes and skating was fun, but...
What's up with Kerry?
Kerry's in Connecticut still, I believe. He was in Philly for a while, but he moved back to Connecticut, and he was talking about moving back to Philly, but I think he's still in Connecticut.
He's a cool dude. He's an original dude. I noticed that.
He's a character, man.
He's definitely a character.
He's really good. He's really good at skating.
He's good.
He crushes it.
Front threes and stuff.
All those fucking Connecticut people, man, I swear. People from Connecticut are really good.
Brian Anderson, Connecticut.
Dude, BA, dude, all day. That dude's the best.
Yeah, I had some questions, so I'm going to try to dig him up real quick.
Do it up.
All right. Damn, Andrew Cannon. What's up, Andrew? I hope you're feeling better. He just got knee surgery.
Cannonball, what's up?
Yeah, you know Cannon, right?
Yeah, man.
Hell
we
yeah.
Skated for the same shop like fucking...
Fairman's, right?
Nah, that was even before Fairman's.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
It was Board Stiff. It was back
Board
in
Stiff.
the day, man.
Yeah, I remember Board Stiff.
Yeah, it was like me, Cannon, and Chris Mathis, who also skates for World, which is like kind of funny now, you know what I mean?
Crazy.
So that was so long ago. That was...
Fucking Math Blaster.
Yeah, dude. Math Blaster 610, bro. What's up, Mathis? I'm sure you're going to watch this at some point.
Mathis is awesome.
I love that kid.
He
I've known
is
him forever
the
since
king
he
of
was
klutz.
super little kid, just like on the come up.
Yeah,
his like first ad was like Ollie, this fucking. I remember his first ad. It was like a checkout or something in Focus before it was Focus. I think I forget what it was called before that.
Yeah,
but it was. He fucking ollied this gap, and he's like such a little ass kid, and it's just like, dude, he's so little, man. And then you just see him now, fucking crushing him.
He's
like,
powerful on his skateboard.
Like, you're so much bigger than me now, man. What the fuck?
He's funny because he comes on world trips, and he's like he's such a funny dude. Like, he's so nervous that like he doesn't want to blow it.
Yeah.
So he's so nervous that he does blow it constantly. Like, Charlie's always giving him such a hard time. He'll be like this, I'm making this up, but it's something like this. Charlie will be like, here's the keys to the van. Don't lock them in the van. And then like 10 minutes later, they'll be locked in the van.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? You're like, how the fuck did you fuck that up? He specifically told you not to.
And you did it.
Yeah, he's awesome though. But he's a good sport about it. Like, we give him a hard time, but he's like, it's me.
He's like just like a super good dude in general. So it's like, he's just like a good human.
Yeah.
You know, I fuck with that kid. I've been around him for such a long time now. I remember like when I first met him when he was like 14 or something. I used to like go pick him up to go skate when he was just a little ass kid because I was like, dude, this kid's sick. Like, he's fucking crushing.
He's full of energy for sure.
Yeah, dude, he's a little ball of energy. But when he was a little ass kid, it was man funny. Just like I was taking him to spots and stuff.
That's sick.
And he was killing it, and now he's just actually doing it, which is good to see that he's stuck with it. And he
went to China. You saw
super
it?
good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's some good footage from there. Him and Andrew. Andrew just had the ACL surgery. He chose to have it. Because we have a good thing going at World, and they'll let him heal up and do his thing. But I'm glad he's getting fixed so he can get back on the board.
Yeah, because it's like if you fucking kept at that shit with the knee, it's just gonna get worse, and then when you go to get it fixed, it's gonna be worse.
Yeah.
It's
just you need to get it done.
Yeah, there's no ands, ifs, or buts about it. It's just something you need to do. Whether it's going to suck, it's like, all right, well, I got to go get knee surgery and then fucking rehab and then relearn and fucking just. But let's do it now. And
it's painful if you don't.
Yeah, dude, that'd be terrible.
All right, we got Buddy Bleckley.
Yeah.
All right, he's asking, did you do this trick? Did you do a Smith laser heel before God? Have you ever done that? Or is that
no? That's a fucking. That's just because I'm backsmith guy. So
yeah, that's what someone else said. You have a good backsmith.
That's what I saw Matt Lane said.
Oh yeah, risking it all, Matt Lane. Yeah.
But yeah, that was funny. I saw that Buddy said that. I wish I fucking did backsmith laser heel. You know, I hope there's rumors floating around that I did that. I'll let people think that.
Backsmith is a good one to have on lock, though.
Yeah, I'm like kind of backsmith guy.
Comfortable with that one?
Yeah, that's like my favorite trick, and I do it a lot.
That's an amazing trick to have.
So it's funny though, because I'm just kind of like, if people are like, if you didn't know me and you were like, oh yeah, I've seen that. It's like, oh yeah, he does like it's like, oh, he looks like this. You know, it's like he was skating there too. It's like, oh, is that the guy doing backsmiths all the time? You know, it's like kind of like that. Like,
that's cool though.
Yeah, I mean that's all right with me. At least it's like, oh, that's not that guy doing sloppy nose slides because he can't do anything else. You know what I mean?
My homie Jeff in SF, he's big into board slides, backside board slides.
Dude,
but on
board side
fat ledges and
like the greatest trick.
Yeah, so that's what everyone would say. Like, oh, the dude doing the board slides, he loves the board slides. He's like, yeah, that's all. That's like not all he can do, but that's what he likes to do. It's fun for him, so he just goes with that board slides.
Absolutely. I mean, it's all about having fun, right? So do the tricks that I seriously like. For me, backsmith is like the kind of trick that every single time I do it, I'm still like. Every time I'm like, yeah, that was fucking... Like, it just feels good, you know what I mean? Yeah. And it's, like, rewarding. You're like, fuck yeah, that shit was backsmith's rule.
I absolutely agree. All right, we got Nick Knight on Instagram. He wants me to ask you your favorite East Coast park or spot.
That's a very, very broad question. That's a lot of spots and a lot of parks.
Do you got any... Let's see, do you have a favorite skate park and a favorite spot?
Okay.
Maybe we can give them two.
That's fine. I don't know. There's so many good parks. Like, obviously, like I went to Connecticut with like Will for a little bit, like for a couple of days, and we like hit a bunch of the Connecticut parks.
The big outdoor concrete and stuff. Yeah.
But there was like that one in Stamford that's like super super sick. That was really fun. I think probably one of my favorite parks at home is there's this park in York. It's like York, Pennsylvania. It's like a miserable place.
I feel like I've been there.
It sucks. Like the place. Like I'm like I fucking hate this place.
What, the park or York?
No, York, okay. Pennsylvania in general. But the park they have there is so sick. It's like I feel like they got a bunch of stuff like that, like Hingham does.
Yeah.
But it's like 5 times the size, and they have like an enormous bowl, and they have everything, and it's just so like it's brand new concrete, like. Super smooth. They have like the taco thing like they do at Hingham and shit. But it's so sick. It's like the dopest park ever. But like just being in York is miserable.
Is it just ghetto there or what?
It's just like not even I mean it's like kind of like weird, but it's just like I feel like everyone just hates the world there. You know what I mean? It's just like I feel like I'm just like, oh man, this is just not a good vibe in York, PA.
That's fair,
York
man.
Park is fucking awesome. That's a really dope one in Pennsylvania. Up here, I like fucking going to Hingham. That shit's fun, but it's like only if you go like during the day in the week or something because it's so little that like if it gets like a couple of people, it fucking starts getting really like crowded. So
and all the flow like kind of shoots you into like crossfire. So
it's definitely a fun park though. It's dope just because it's so new and smooth. My go-to park is that in Boston is I skate at the Watertown skate park.
Oh,
all the time. That's like my spot, and it's like not even a park. It's a box, a quarter pipe, a super flat bar, and like a bank ramp, and that's it. And it's like on a fucking tennis, like a basketball court without nets. And it's like right behind the Arsenal Mall in Watertown. It's like not even good, but it's just like the fucking funnest place ever.
Sometimes it's just how it works out.
It's like the TF.
Yeah. Hey, did you hear about they're doing the $2 million skate park in Boston? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I went to meetings and I went to...
yeah, because like I saw Armin was like posting stuff.
Yeah, I met up with... Canton Russell. And,
dude. OG the Storm.
Yeah, they managed to get the money and get it going, so
that
I guess it should be up by next year sometime. It's going to be awesome, right where the duck boats go into the water?
Yeah.
Which I think is sick because it's like every kid and their parents are on the duck boat doing the tour, and then every kid's going to go buy this $2 million skate park and go, I want to fucking skateboard. So just help skateboarding that much more, you know?
Definitely, and it's like helps the local businesses like, you know,
Orchard
Raw and all that stuff.
Yep.
Concepts.
It'll help my skateboarding and my brand for
Absolutely.
Sure, too. I'm down for it, dude.
Man, gotta expand.
We just got a question from Andrew, actually.
Oh, snap.
Ask him what the biggest ollie he ever did was. People mutter Militia ollie that years ago and some of the craziest stuff.
Oh, word. I think it was on this one clip that a couple of dudes like fucking ollied it recently or something. It's like a 5.
In Philly?
Yeah, it's like a 5, and then it's like a flat, and then the steps go down this way.
Okay, yeah.
So and then there's like, so it's like a 5 flat and a handrail, and it's like a big ass drop, and I ollied it like 7 years ago or something like that. And like people, like 2 people just like ollied it this year or some shit.
Damn, that's sick.
But that was fucking pretty. That shit was like sketchy. Yeah, it's hard to do anything else because it's like so much impact.
Yeah,
because like back then I was like really good at kickflipping big shit too. That was like, you know, ollie kickflip, just kind of like what you do.
Yeah,
but I like was like, dude, I don't even want to try this, and that thing was pretty big. But yeah, Andrew, I think that was up there. There was definitely some stuff. I used to like to throw down some big ass eyes. That was fun.
Did you ever aspire to be a sponsored skateboarder?
Yeah, I was for a bit. I skated for some shops and shit.
Sick.
I skated for Board Stiff was the first shop I ever skated for, and then I skated for after a while. Like it kind of was like going downhill there. It was like things were like kind of like not.
Oh, like the
shop was real bare. You know what I mean? Like it eventually went out of business, but I ended up like riding. I brought my sponsor tape to this fucking other shop called Spectrum, which was like G-Spot. I don't know if you heard of G-Spot.
I've heard of G-Spot.
So it was G-Spot 2 pretty much, but they couldn't call it that because like the township wasn't having it of where like they were putting the new shop because it was like more like upscale, nicer area. So they're like not putting G-Spot. So it was Spectrum. Like I brought it over there because I was like, let's fucking see what this shop's about. And then I ended up skating for them, and it was like nuts because it ended up being like Chris Cole's on like this team too because he was on G-Spot.
So you skated for the same team as Chris Cole at one point?
More or less, I guess.
Yeah, that's right.
And then like Jimmy McDonald skated for Spectrum at one point. He's like one of my favorite skateboarders. That dude needs to be professional.
Bad Jimmy?
Yeah.
On Insta, right?
Bad Jimmy.
Such a fan of Jimmy skate.
Yeah, dude. That dude like he's the kind of person when I see skateboarding like. When I see his parts, I'm like, that's the trick that you do on that spot. Yeah, like, he gets it. You know what I mean? Yeah,
he's a true street skater for sure.
And he's got style for days too.
For sure.
And he's a good dude. He's funny as shit.
Yeah.
But I'm a fan. I'm a genuine fan of him as well. But he's also, a friend too. So I've known him for a bit from like the Philly days because he went to Temple.
Oh, that's right.
And I grew up kind of around the same area as Chris Mulhern. Yeah. I don't know if you know that dude.
Yeah, produces videos and all.
Yeah, he's that dude's super good at what he does.
Yeah,
but he made a bunch of videos like back in the day. Like he made this video called "I'd Rather Skate Cecil," and it's like with Jimmy McDonald and stuff like before.
Can I find it online?
Yeah, you could probably find it online.
I'm gonna have to search.
It's really dope though. It's like fucking sick. But I got some tricks in there too, in like the friend section. But that's how I met like those dudes from like Chris and like they all fucking went to Temple. So that I saw Jim McDonald on the come up. You know what I mean? And
he said he doesn't have a board. For some reason, I just assumed Jimmy's pro.
Nah,
he should be for sure. He doesn't have a board.
Nah, he's fucking crushing. Keep crushing, Jimmy.
Steve, put it on, dude. Get Jimmy his board, man. He's good. His parts in Chris's video are like mind blowing.
Yeah,
awesome.
Dude, like out of control.
Everything you imagine East Coast skating to be is like what he did in that video.
And he can skate everything too, so it's like nice to watch. Yeah. But yeah, man, like I don't know, did some big ollies in my days, but I skated for that shop with like Jimmy. Like I said, Jimmy was on it. Chris Cole was on G-Spot, but I mean it was like kind of like G-Spot and G-Spot too. It was all like the same owners and everything. So Chris was on that, and then also Tommy Asta was on G-Spot too when he was like real young, and like he's been killing it forever. He's also another favorite to watch because that dude's got some serious maneuvers.
Yeah, he's good on his board too.
Yeah, he's fucking really good. But it was cool, man. I never really got much from other shit. I kind of still skate for a like super small Philly board company that I've been like helping out with like a friend of mine for like 7 years now or something.
Which one's this?
It's called Formation.
Oh, sick. All right.
Formation Skateboards. It's like my friend is like super in it because he loves skateboarding and like all the money that he makes from it goes back into the company to make more. But he only is able to make like a couple runs of boards a year. You know what I'm saying? Because he's like in school and he just is like, dude's an entrepreneur. He's fucking like such a great businessman in general. So it's like tough for him, but I've always tried to help him out since the jump. So I mean, I still kind of skate for that, just kind of like a fucking thing that I've always been doing. So it's like,
will we see a Milicia part?
Hopefully, but
another part.
I don't know if I can, man. I don't know if I can do it.
Go back, kickflip the gap.
I'm still gonna fucking skate as much as I can, but I don't know if I'll ever put out another part. Me and Dubs are actually filming a iPhone video.
Oh, sick! That's
right. It's gonna be hilarious.
Olo clip. You need the fisheye lens.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
It's better. It's a better fisheye lens than all the other ones that have been made out there. I definitely notice a better quality. So I'll have to get you one. Dude.
Yeah, dude. That would be fucking sick because we've been filming it for a while. It's like we're just having a lot of fun. Dude, Tim's in it. Just like all the homies. We got like a bunch of clips, which is cool. But it's gonna be fun. But I feel like the extent of my skateboarding parts will be like fucking iPhone shit.
Yeah, but that's cool. You can always get like the iPhone can pick up a good backsmith for sure. You'll have no problem.
Oh yeah, dude. I got the backsmiths running in that shit. I'm gonna hopefully have at least like 10, 15 backsmiths in it.
Was there a point where you were like trying to be like fully hooked up?
Yeah, obviously if you get to a point where you're like sponsored by a shop and you're good enough that people are giving you shit, you like always think to the next level of it, you know what I'm saying? And I totally was like trying to do that, and I was like skating and filming so much, and like I had like a shitload of footage, but it just kind of like never went that way, and I was all right with it, you know what I'm saying? Like I had other stuff I was into too, and it was like I wasn't gonna stop skating or anything, but it just kind of never worked out that way. I got like, I get hooked up with some stuff here and there from some people and shit, which was cool, but it wasn't really ever like I was officially on anything legit besides like fucking shops.
That's cool.
Which is fine.
It's an honor in that.
Exactly. I was
being part of a crew and being in videos and having fun with the homies that's what skating is. Like some people get sponsored, some don't, and that's just how the fucking cookie crumbles.
Exactly. It's just like I skate because I love skating, so I'm gonna do it regardless if I get sponsored, and I make music because I love making music regardless if I get like a record deal.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same shit, just some stuff I'm into, and I'm gonna do it no matter what.
I wanted to ask you. This is completely off subject, and on my show, I like to just bounce all around. Do you like DMX?
I was never really into DMX. I feel like it was like before I was like.
That's what I know. It's because I'm older than you, so the hip hop that I first got into was like. I'm a couple albums before you, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
It's weird because the dudes that are older than me are into like Tribe and like that is like a little year or two before me, you know?
Yeah.
Like when I got in, it was Wu-Tang, and then it was like DMX, Nas, Jay-Z, Big Pun, like all these dudes. Big L, yeah. So, you DMX, you missed the Flesh of My Flesh, his first album.
I kind of missed the DMX thing because I wasn't like super into hip hop. I feel like at that point, or like. I don't know. DMX was always like something else to me that I was like, I don't know. This dude's just fucking like hype as shit. And I think DMX is fucking awesome. Like that dude is just like a maniac.
Yeah.
And it's just like that shit gets you hype as fuck.
Yeah.
But I never really listened to DMX like that though.
Go back. Listen to Flesh of My Flesh.
I'm not against it or anything. I just it just never happened for me.
Do the first two albums, Flesh of My Flesh, and then it's Dark and Hell's Hot, and then it's Flesh of My Flesh and Blood of My Blood.
I definitely,
do those two albums.
I've definitely listened to some DMX stuff.
The best albums, I think.
Yeah?
So good, dude.
All right, dude.
Amazing. Even the prayers. I'm not even religious, but I still like back the prayers in the album. It's so tight.
He's fucking... That dude's something else, though.
I read a book about DMX. It was like an autobiography of him, and he's from the hood. He's not like he's not like one of the rappers that claim they're from the hood and they're not.
I like talking about that.
Yeah, we'll get onto that. But anyway, so the book... He used to go to his high school. He was homeless, and he would get dogs, like pit bulls, from around the neighborhood, and he would take them in, and they would go and like sleep in alleyways and on rooftops and shit. And he would take his dogs and go to his high school, and he would rob people with the dogs. Because he'd be like, back then the Averex jackets, the leather jackets and shit. He'd go up to him and be like, yo, I like the jacket, let me get it. And they'd be like, what? And he'd have his dogs, and he's like, yeah, let me get the thing. And he would threaten them with the dogs, and people would take the shit off because they know they can't talk their way out of a dog attack.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, you can't tell a dog not to. So they would, like, run their jackets. He'd take their jackets, their chain and shit. He'd rob people with dogs. Like, that was, like, survival, though. You know what I mean? It wasn't like he was trying. He had to get by, so he'd, like, sell the jacket and make some money. And he's from the hood, dude. I like DMX. His first two albums, back him.
He's definitely a fucking character, man. That dude's on some shit.
And he's as real as you're gonna get in hip hop, and that's probably the reason his downfall.
Yeah.
Like, even he still smoked
Too
crack.
real. Yeah.
Yeah, because he has a lot of pain. If you listen to his first 2 albums, it was like a lot of real life shit he went through that he never got over, like shit that most people don't experience. You know, it's like when a veteran comes back from war and he just can't get over like
you
the
got
trauma
that post-traumatic stress disorder
from the
just
hood.
life. Yeah, dude, it's like a fucking war. So
for real. So that's why when everyone's like fuck him and he's just crackhead, blah blah blah, it's like I'm like, I know his first 2 albums, dude. I know he's not just a crackhead. He's like an amazing person that just can't get over hardships of his past. He's just having a hard time.
Everyone has a tough time dealing with shit, and sometimes you just fucking resort to things that
you gotta drown him away sometimes.
Yeah, but no, it's a funny thing to me about DMX is like when you think about DMX, like in his music, you think about like the hypest shit ever. Like that dude, that dude's fucking hype. You know
Energy,
what I mean?
man. For
exactly.
Sure. Yeah.
And then he was in that movie with Steven Seagal, Exit Wounds, when he was like so fucking like he was like. You could tell he was like an intelligent person just from like the role he played, just because how he played it, and like how calm he was like of a character. I was like, this is so like not DMX music shit. You know what I mean? Like it was just funny.
It's like an extreme.
Yeah, it was kind of cool to like see that other like DMX portrayed in a different way than like the super hype energy filled music. Yeah, and then you see him like in this role.
It's crazy.
It was just fucking nuts. I was like, dude, this is blowing my mind right now.
He's definitely got the light and dark in him. He's hot and cold.
For sure.
Belly was another one he was in that was real good, but he played more true to himself in that one. It was more just his character in that one. It's cool. But anyways, back to what we were talking about with the gangster rappers pretending that they're to make that's to fit their image or some shit.
Yeah, I mean, because that's obviously another huge market.
Yeah, absolutely. It's huge.
Yeah, fucking probably the biggest.
Yeah, for sure. It's a strange thing.
It was at one point the biggest. I think it's maybe it still is like the mainstream hood shit is definitely like probably the biggest market, I guess, because that's what you like hear on the radio. That and like I guess like the college shit's kind of creeping in, but it's like not as much. Yeah. So it's definitely that's how you make that money.
It's a strange thing when people try to fake the funk, and it's just like you can kind of always tell. I can always tell when I don't even listen to it because I'll listen to it and I'm like I can just tell it's not genuine or something about it. Like music is like you can tell when they're trying to fit themselves in the size 9 and they're not. They wear some other size, you know. It's such a strange thing, dude.
People trying to fit molds because it's like I feel like a lot of people like. It's like that's what they're told, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's like you got to do this to fit this, to be this, to make this. Yeah. And it's like then they just fucking take that and try to do it, and it's just like some people can pull it off and because it's them, but some people pull it off that it's not them, but they're just really fucking good at. They practice so hard. That you can't tell. But you know, I talk about that a lot in music. I feel like not even just being like. Not like oh, this person pretends to be like fucking all like this, like all hood, and they're not. Like I just talk about people like not being themselves,
not being genuine.
Exactly. It's just like at the end of the day, it's like the fuck you gonna. How like happy can you be just like fucking making shit up all day,
faking
like,
the funk?
Exactly. It's just like I don't know. Because like my whole thing is that like my music is me. Yeah. It's like stories. Or like just pieces of myself on every track. So when people are like making fucking shit that's not them, I don't know. I can't do like, that thing.
I feel like it just hurts the music. You can tell. Like I can tell for the most part when someone's faking the funk. Like there are some people that slip through, but it hurts the music, and you should just stop that shit.
Yeah, I'm totally not into it.
All right, so what are some of the artists you're into? Like who are you feeling right now?
Yeah, I thought this might be another one. So, I don't know. I really do, like, genuinely listen to a lot of my friends' music. Like, because I got so many friends, like, you know, in music now. Like, from, like, building with people and, like, shows and meeting new people and doing all this. So, it's like, I got a lot of super talented, like, friends that make music. Like, if you, like, put on a rap playlist of mine, like, on my fucking iPod or some shit, it's, like, pretty much all like people I know and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Because I don't know, like it's just like skating. It's like I love seeing like homie videos.
Yeah, of course.
Like I'm just super into that. So, but with music, like I listen to like a lot of, like I said, a lot of my friends and like, you know, local acts and stuff that I think deserves the fucking listen. You know, so it's like a lot of that. Like people, I gotta like fucking plug you to a lot of this stuff so you can check it out.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
give him a shout out, dude. Whoever whoever I should listen to for sure.
So my boy, I perform with a lot, and we have like we always do like sets together and play like shows together. His name's Esh the Monolith. He's a fucking super like clever dickhead kind of. You know what I mean? He's like he says like he's mad funny and like super clever with his words, and he says a lot, but like, and it's like offensive, but like in a way that he kind of like covers it up,
pulls it off.
Yeah, it's mad funny, but he's just like an awesome dude. Him and my boy Docs put out a EP that's really dope. They put it out like last year sometime, and you can download that for free on the internet, I believe. You can download it for free, and that's sick. It's called Invisible, so that's Esh and Docs Invisible. My homies Gray Sky Appeal. They're in Brooklyn now, but there's like some of the first people that put me on, like Esh and Docs. Like they put me on so much shows.
From Boston.
Yeah. Esh is from Providence, but lives in Boston. Gray Sky. 2 of the dudes are from Vermont. One is from New Hampshire. They were based in Boston for like 7 years, but they just moved to Brooklyn. Gray Sky Appeal. You can like, obviously that's a pretty easy name to search that. You'll find anything. They got a lot of projects. They got EP, some full lengths. They're dope. I gotta like give a lot of props to those dudes because they put me on really. Like I gotta give mad props to Nick Heller of Ricky Shabazz and the Boom Bap Boys, who you should watch their music videos because it's like not your typical hip hop music videos. It's like real, like he really does a lot of different treatments that you don't see. That's really cool.
Sick.
It's like it's a nice way to like not just see some like hard ass shit. You know what I mean? Some like I'm fucking trying to be hard. Yeah, you know, it's like not like that. Even if it's like a more like artist like that, like he still finds a way to like put some humor in it. It's fucking it's dope. But I gotta give him props for putting me on my first show ever, and that kind of like opened the floodgates for me.
Fuck yeah.
For Ash and Gray Sky put me on like after that like started putting me on a lot of stuff. What else have I been listening to? Fameless Fam is like a collective that put out like my album.
Yeah, I went to their website and checked it out, and
they got a lot of stuff,
biography on you and stuff.
Yeah, it's cool, man. They were like, yeah, like we want to put this out, like, you know, we back you. I was like, oh, cool, you know, like just like nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but my boy Virtue is on that. Fameless Virtue. He puts out a lot of stuff. DJ Emo Beta. He's like a real ill DJ. OG as fuck. Like been doing shit in Boston for like probably more than 15 years. Like,
it's sick that Boston has like a rad hip hop
scene. Dude, it's such a dope hip hop scene.
I love hip hop and I don't even know about it. Like
I'll get you plugged, man.
Yeah, please.
So, and then there's like some other homies from like Providence, like Juan Deuce. He's like another awesome artist, and this producer that he works with, like off Outside. They're both homies, but they're both like super talented dudes. Putting out some stuff. They have a free EP online called the Mechanics EP that's really dope, and they're working on a full length.
Sick.
There's a lot of stuff, man. It's hard to even think of it all. Like my homie Rashid Chappelle, the High Life, like producers like Archetype, all that fucking Lightfoot, ML Beats, Pages Music, just Teddy Rockspin. There's like so many talented people that I'm around that it's like fucking kind of crazy. It's just nuts.
That's rad that you're around all these people because I'm sure you guys just feed off each other and it just helps keep the creative process going and really motivation and everything, man.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
It's fucking dope.
I was gonna ask you, do you ever hear Mr. Green? The Mr. Green, he does like beats. He was I don't know. You should check it out. Check it out. It's
I will.
Just type in Mr. Green. He does this thing called Live from the Streets.
Okay.
And he just basically goes out into the streets and records like sound bites of like people and
then puts them together.
Puts it all together and mixes it up, and it's just all this comes out really
Is it like sick. New England stuff?
Yeah. It's all cool. New York and Philly and like.
Oh, sick.
Like
so is it like GREENE or is it just regular?
I think it's just Green? Mr. Green, and it's Live from the Streets, just GREEN.
Cool. I'll definitely check it out.
And then another artist I wanted to ask you about if you got into, because I just got into him like 2-3 years ago, I think. But Brother Ali.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like an independent, like
he's fucking dope. Like that dude's definitely mad indie, and he's like been around forever too. Like he's fucking sick. Like Yeah, I think he's on Rhymesayers.
Rhymesayers.
Yeah, Rhymesayers is a really dope label.
Is it all Midwest?
I think they're like in. Pretty sure it's like the Midwest, like Seattle type of general region. Yeah, because I mean I know it was started by like Atmosphere, like Slug. I'm pretty sure he started fucking Rhymesayers, which is like cool because he put on like mad indie hip hop acts that like deserved some fucking notoriety and like to get themselves out there more. And it's like I feel like they're one of the biggest like indie labels that are giving back to fucking music and putting a lot of like awesome albums out. Like they put out a Freeway album a few years back with Jake One on the whole production. He's like another insane producer. He's real sick, but yeah, they put like a Freeway album out, which is cool. Like I fucking love Freeway.
Philadelphia Freeway.
Yeah, man. I back all the Philly stuff. So
you need to grow out the beard.
I know, dude. My beard's usually fucking huge. Oh, yeah. It's just like I had like a job interview a couple weeks ago, so I had to get all professional. But like fucking, I love Freeway. I love Philly shit. There's like my homies down there called Ground Up. I'm definitely gonna like plug you to all that shit. They're like on the come up right now. They're like really sick. They're just really good dudes too, which is always nice.
Hell yeah.
They're really like creating a buzz in Philly. Like their last project they just put out is called Supernatural. They just got like 20,000 downloads on Piff on that, which is fucking like incredible because they're independent. You know what I mean? They're not signed to anything. They're just like some dudes doing it. And it's cool to see that, so.
I think it's rad, dude, that the way shit's going with technology, like, back in the day, it was like you needed these big companies to kind of promote you, you know what I mean? But now with the information age and all the technology we got, you could produce a whole album on this laptop and build enough social network yourself that you could have a whole fan base.
Yeah.
You could be your own, your own label.
Well, that's another cool thing. I don't know if do you know Macklemore at all?
No. Nope.
Did you ever hear him? All right. Well, he's like is super independent. Like, he always did it himself. Like, he's still not signed to a label. Yeah. And he made the XXL, like, freshman list.
Damn. Sick.
Not even signed. The only thing he signed to was a promotions company. So, like, to promote his fucking shows and tours. But everything is, like, they do it themselves.
That's sick. I like that shit. Which is
super fucking dope. They have this free EP that they put, like, him and this dude, his producer, Ryan Lewis, they put out the Versus EP, which is, like, super good. Like, I fucking love that shit. He just put out a new album, and it was like, for me, at first I was like, fuck, man, like, he's kind of like pushing towards like a more like mainstream type thing, like in my thought at least.
Yeah.
But I mean, I understand, like, you gotta fucking, this is your career, and he's just trying to expand. But I mean, he's still definitely himself on it, but like the production values, like, where the production is just like a lot more mainstream based, it seemed to me, and it was kind of like just some things going on that was like a lot different than the older stuff that got me into the music. And it's not that I don't like it, it's just like another one of those things again. It's like once you like an artist and like this is why you like them, it's like I really like this, and then once they do something different, you're like, oh,
it's
man.
hard to get used to.
Exactly. But I mean, I'm definitely into it. But that's another dope artist to check out. Macklemore.
It's the thing like this, like, no one, like, you don't do a craft to stay the same. Yeah. Like, the object is to grow, which involves change, and that's the thing.
People don't like change.
Yeah, people that don't actually do anything, that don't have a talent and they don't express themselves, they don't understand the process is that you got to grow with something, and it involves changing. You got to expand your horizon, your box, and you got to like try different things, and they're not all going to hit, what I mean?
And especially when you're in like the kind of like that kind of industry, it's like it's hard to like fucking not change, because you change and grow as a person, so like your music tends to change. And it's like, as an artist, you can understand that, but like as a fan, at the same time, I like wrote a song about it too. It's on this new project that I just started working on. It's about like kind of like, I get why people change, like artists change, but as a fan, like I don't want to understand. I just want the fucking old shit that I fucking loved. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like a struggle in that sense. So that's like something new that I've been working on with one of my homies.
That's right. That's a good subject that
I figured like
touch on. So
I figured it needed to be touched on because it's like, I mean, obviously, first and foremost, I'm a fan of music, and that's why I make music. But I'm also an artist, so it's like I can't judge this dude. I don't know the circumstances of why his music changed to this. It's like, I get it. You're trying to like fucking make a career. You're trying to like expand your fan base. Like you need new people. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like you got that core locked in. It's like now you need to go further, and it's like, and that's when you change and you make some new stuff and you. It's
not a bad thing as long as you're true to yourself and you don't go too corny and fake the funk.
Exactly.
As long as you're true to yourself.
It's just tough though as a fan. You know what I mean? Like it's like fuck, man. Like this is what I want. You know, I want this. I want this.
Illmatic.
So I want that again. Like I want Illmatic 2, where I want like the Versus EP Part 2. You know, it's like I don't want this. I want the fucking that thing. Like I want that mold.
Yeah.
Make it again. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I get it, but it's like fuck. I want that old shit. It's kind of like
that's like what Jay-Z said. He's like, fans always want my old. They want my old album, and I just tell them go buy it. Yeah. Like I'm moving forward. Yeah. If you want that album, just go buy that album. Go listen to that album, man. It's always forward.
There's always a progression, man.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
Whether it's like when you start, it's like you can't see shit. Like you don't know how it's gonna go. You don't know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna change you. So it's like sometimes artists change for a reason, but it's just in a way that like you're not feeling, and it's like it's not even like that they were like, all right, well, I'm trying to make money this way. It's just like something happened.
That was like that Kanye album where he's like, I made a damn dance sing-songy album out of hurt.
Like fucking, he was hurt. It was sad, dude. Yeah. Like, and he was like, fuck this, man. I want to make this. And he did, so.
Yeah, so.
I mean, he came back around and, like, made, like, that old shit again, but it was just something that he was trying to do, and so he did it.
Yeah, he got lucky that he could still come back around, because some people, it's like, they just forget
Wrote him off, yeah.
Yeah, dude, they forget you.
To stay relevant, man, that's, like, such a hard thing, and that's another thing in skateboarding and music.
Yeah.
It's like
longevity.
To stay there, you know.
That's a level of success is the longevity.
Absolutely.
Not even how much you sell or whatever. Just if you can
make it there forever.
People can see your story, because that's it. That's what it is. You're in the music. People are listening, skateboarding. They're watching. So it's like they can see your plight. You know what I mean? If you can get enough of it out there, that's successful in itself. Yeah.
It's just like, oh yeah, I put out this album, and then. I didn't put out something for 2 more years. It's like people forget about you. Just like, oh yeah, you put out that one video part and it was fucking sick, but what's he doing? Like, I haven't seen any ads of him. I haven't seen any new parts. Like,
especially
so it's
now
like,
with all the fucking
there.
way to stay connected. It's like, at least with me, I feel like I got to give up all my footage, but I don't want to. I want to hang on and make the best part ever.
Yeah.
But nowadays, it's like, oh, we want to put out a web commercial. We want to put out this. We want to put out that, and they want little 30-second things here. And is it the same with music? They want you to put out shit
I feel like you just have to. I feel like it's like you can make the dopest album ever, but if you don't put out another one for 2 years, like some of those people that fucking were like, oh, that was dope, but then they're like, they moved on. They found something else. They found someone else that was like more, right then to them. Yeah. And then it's like, you put out a new album, but it's like, oh, yeah, they forgot to check it out. They forgot you existed. You know what I mean? So it's definitely hard because you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to be like, I'm putting out so much fucking music, and it's like, because it's like, if you're putting out so much, the quality of the music is probably
not going to be
exactly
there, for sure.
As opposed to like working hard and putting time in onto like one big project. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, I feel like you need to pick your spots and definitely drop stuff like without that much big of a space, because like people really forget, and that's why you need to like. I feel like for most projects you need to drop at least a few videos just so you can space them out so you can like stay there. It's like, oh yeah, I dropped that album, but like, oh, here's a new video, here's something visual. It's like, and then you can also plug your next project in that. Be like, this is the video from this, but like. Check out this coming soon, like this date. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like you definitely got to be strategic about it.
Yeah,
that's what I mean, dude. I'm working on so many projects right now. It's like fucking stupid because like I tend to work a lot. You know what I mean? I just like never stop writing. I'm never like, all right, I'm gonna take a break. It's like just doesn't work that way for me. So I'm working on like mad projects. I'm about to put out something in like a month or so. It's already done.
Is it it's like a mixtape or?
It's like a group. It's a group effort, I'll say. It's I got like this group. It's me, my boy Angel, who's producing Ains Page's music. He's like super fucking insane. He has a bunch of beats on Enders.
Okay.
He did a bunch of stuff on there. He's like super talented. And then Emo, DJ Mubetta. It's called Fresh Dirt. It's me. I'm the MC. Fucking Angel is like the producer of Page Music, and then we got like the MC, producer, DJ aspect. So there's cuts on every track.
Sick.
So like Emo does a lot of stuff and fucking flips and does his thing, and then like all the beats are fucking amazing because Angel's super good. And then
where will we be able to check it out?
I'll definitely be dropping it on the internet, obviously. But so like Fameless Fam, their Bandcamp, it's like famelessfam.bandcamp.com. I'm definitely gonna like put it through there because they're like sponsoring it along with some other people. Right. And then definitely like I have like a Facebook music page.
Okay.
So I'll definitely like be updating. And
it's just your name, Andrew.
It's I think it's just I think it's Andrew Mo because they won't let you change it to your. They won't let you change the name once you get to a certain amount of fans.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yep.
So I'm stuck with the Andrew Mo on the thing, but I think it's facebook.com/Andrew Mo Music. But you can type it in, just Andrew Mo, and probably find it. But I'm going to update some stuff, doing some videos, got some stuff in the works for that. But the project should be out like soon. I got a lot of the mixes already. We're just kind of like trying to work through and get the rest of the mixes done. And then we're just trying to like smooth over a release date because we're going to have a release show in Boston. Because like, I don't know, we just want to like have like, everyone come out, have fun.
That's kind of becoming more relevant nowadays is the live shows in music. It seems like that's something because people want to experience it.
Yeah, absolutely.
They can go online and look up tons of music and have tons of music thrown at them, but to go to a show is kind of like you're there, you experience that moment, anything could happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of cool. Like, I think that's rad that that's coming back. I feel like back in the rock and roll era, that was a huge thing. People wanted to go to the rock shows and da-da-da. And now it seems like that's coming back. It's
make or break, too. Like, honestly, like, if you really like an artist and you go see them and it was, like, something you're like, oh, well, that was pretty mediocre. It's, like, kind of makes you not like the music as much. And then it's like, if you go see an artist, you're like, oh, I kind of like this person, but then they put on a dope show, you're like, oh, fuck yeah. Like,
I'm a fan.
Exactly.
They crushed it, yeah.
But I feel like it's really important, like, the live presence. I feel like you should definitely play as many shows as you can, and, like, that's a good way to network and meet people and, like, like, maintain, like, a relationship with the people that actually listen to your music. It's like, like, I mean, we're all like that. Like you said, with, like, you meet skateboarders that you're, like, fucking grew up idolizing and stuff, like, it's like people are actually like a fan of you, what you do. So it's like, I just like want to, like, I have no problem chopping it up with people that actually listen to my music and are like, yo, I really like the album. I like this, blah, blah, blah. It's like, oh, dude, thank you. Like, it's genuinely, like, I appreciate it.
That's the way it's got to be now.
And that's how you keep fans, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, just like, give them an experience and, like, talk to them. Like, I'm not above anybody. So it's good to, like, have a show, have people come out, be like, oh, yeah, it's, like, nice to meet you. Like, I like this. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I'll fucking talk to anyone. You know what I'm saying? So
that's why you got to do it nowadays because people don't want to give up their dollars, And, and the way when they want to buy something, they want to buy it because they connect to it or because they believe in you and they want to see you succeed. And that's the way you got to do it is you got to show them that you're a genuine, real person, that you care about them as much as they care about you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Just shaking their hand shows that you're a human and that you care as much as they do. And coming down and talking a little bit makes such a world of a difference in anything you do, whether you're starting a brand, skateboarding, music, whatever. Like, that's the way you have to do it nowadays.
My, like, mentality just towards everything is just, I just try to be the best person that I can be regardless.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
In all aspects, and treat everyone with respect. And, until I have a reason to, like, not, and then even at then, that person just doesn't exist to me.
Yeah, just
but
yourself.
I'm not gonna, like, go fucking be like, yo, fuck this dude, da, da, da. It's just like, exactly. I'm not gonna get on the internet, and write YouTube comments. But you know what I mean? Like, I just try to, put myself out there, be me, and be the nicest person I can be, and, like, yo, that works, man. People, if, like, you're genuinely a nice person and people can see that, like, they don't have a problem helping you out. They generally want to help you,
Yeah,
so it's like,
absolutely.
why do I want to go around being a dickhead all the time? Like, how's that beneficial to anything?
Yeah.
So, it's kind of like, I'm just, like I said, like, I'm just a dude that's doing this. It's like, you do something else and you're probably good at that. You know what I mean? I can't do that. So this just happens to be something that people, like, actually are like, oh, like, put a spotlight on music. And it's like, yeah, it's cool, but
There's a lot of other shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool,
you're probably doing something more important than I'm doing. I just happen to be doing this, and people, like, idolize that kind of stuff, as opposed to, like, you do this behind-the-scenes thing that's fucking legit. And
it's, like, the soapbox thing. You put yourself on if you go out and you speak in front of a bunch of people on a soapbox, they gravitate towards you. And that's why it's the limelight, you know? But I agree completely that there's scientists, there's all types of interesting people doing rad things, and it's cool. It's cool that you see it that way.
It's because, I mean, like, really, I'm just, like, a dude at the end of the day doing something I love doing, and if people support me and, like, they want to talk to me about, you know, why they like this or that, like, I want to talk to them, because it's like, thank you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what am I doing if you're not listening to my music? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm still going to do it, but at the same time, it's like, I'm playing shows and stuff because people actually want to come listen. You know, people want to come see. People come out, like, and that's like another thing I've been really lucky to have, is that I have, like, a group of people that usually always come to, like, every single show that I have.
That's sick, like a strong following.
Yeah, I definitely like have, like, sometimes more than others. You know, we got weekdays. Like, I had a show last night, and it's like a Sunday. Starts at 10 fucking p.m. Everyone has work. And people got work. But people still came out, you know what I mean? Like, there's probably still, like, 30 people that still stayed, because we played last. We, like, headlined it. So, you know, it was getting late, you know what I mean? So,
they stuck it out. That's right.
It's dope. And that's why, you know, it makes it worth it. It's like, fucking people actually give a shit.
Yeah.
And stay and, like, hang out and just, like, talk and get a beer with me, or fucking just, like, shoot the shit.
Even if it was one person, it's worth it.
Yeah, absolutely.
If one person's like, I just want to hear that.
Yeah.
And you work so hard on it. Like, that's awesome. Like,
exactly. I've had shows that had, like, not many people there, or, like, no one there for me, but I'm trying to, like, put on the best show I can still, and, like, maybe I'll pick up a fan and I'll talk to someone, or, like, you know, like, make their day, you know, whatever. That's fucking sick.
That's something about music that I'm so jealous about, man. Because, like, with skating, it's cool. You can pick a song that kind of portrays you. Yeah. The way you skate portrays your style, whether it's aggressive or super, like, you know, you're real light-footed or something. You know, like, but with music, it's so direct. You can literally write down what the fuck you're thinking. You know what I mean? And you can really get it out there. It's such a awesome way to express yourself. I'm so jealous. I wish I was like, that was something I was like, I want to do that. I don't have to drive to just be like, I don't.
No, I know what you mean, man. It's like, it's a beautiful thing, man. It's like a gift and a curse, I guess, though, too, because it's like some of the realest shit that you ever gonna, like, put down is, like, some of the most painful shit ever. And it's like, every time you bring it up, it's like you're going through it again. So it's like fucking hard, but it's like you gotta do it. I mean, I feel like I want to do that because I want to help people else to get through something. If I can help people through something, like, that's, like, the most powerful thing in the world. You know what I mean? It's like you can make someone feel better, or, like, feel not as alone, like, because of stuff like that.
Honestly, it does, man. And I'm living proof, because when I lost my father when I was 12, he was shot. He was in a gang and he got shot. And Devil's Disciples. Yeah, it was a hard thing at 12 for sure, man. He was he's my father. You know what I mean?
Dude, fucking. There's nothing really else to go around it. That's your dad.
Yeah, I was heartbroken, and then I had to move back in with my mom, who at the time was like, she was dealing with smoking crack and being like, pretty much my whole life has been on and off drugs. So I went from that to that, and literally the only thing that got me through it was, first it was hip hop, because I had so much emotion inside of me and feelings. Like, I was suicidal. Like, I didn't know, like, I was in a world of hell. Like, no lie. Like, I lost the man of my life, my father. Like, the only dude that ever kept anything calm around me. Like, he protected me, my sister, and my brother, and made us feel safe. And then I went from that to fucking living in the projects and other places that aren't very nice. And with my mom, and just, like, worrying constantly, being afraid, like, scared. Like, drug dealers breaking our windows and shit. And the only thing that reached out to me was hip-hop. Like, I just latched onto it because people were like, especially, and that's another reason I like Tupac so much, because he touched on social issues like that, like, you know, talking about Dear Mama, and just like people growing up and having to overcome, and the whole Rose Through Concrete and Still I Rise, and that whole message about life's a struggle, but it's a beautiful struggle. And so I latched onto it because I was like, dude, this dude's saying that he's been through the same shit,
this is me.
But he's still smiling, and he's still trying, and he still thinks there's a brighter day.
Gives you a reason to fucking actually be like, all right, well, it's not just me, and other people can get through it,
yeah,
so
like you
I
said,
can too. It's something
you
that,
don't
like,
feel alone.
it's your fucking, like, it's like your friend almost, like, helping you through, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
you're just
like,
hearing the thoughts that you're having and having someone else have the same thoughts, but then a positive message with it is, like, mind-blowing. Because I was a little kid. I was 12. I had all the adults around me were on drugs or fucking
you were
misguided.
like your own, you know, you were your own
On my
adult.
own,
You had
yeah.
to be, you had to, like, take care of yourself. So it's you needed something else because you need something bigger than yourself to, like, get through that shit.
Yeah, and that's what hip-hop did for me. That's what it was. It was like...
That's why music's the best thing in the world, man.
Gave me so many jewels and so much information, and I just kind of, like, took it and processed it, and it made me who I am. And then skateboarding as well. 'Cause skateboarding was, like, my physical outlet.
Yeah.
I'd go out and just, like,
you don't
skate
think
my
about
ass
anything.
off and it's like
you
my
just,
drug.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah.
You go out, you don't think about shit, you just skate, and everything else is non-existent at the time. You just go do that shit, fucking, and you're like, you like, you know, you work out your aggression and shit, and you just have a good time with your homies and like, just, you know, like, forget about other stuff for a while because, like, you need the outlet, you know what I'm saying? It's like, when you're writing music, you're getting into that. You're, like, delving into, like, what is making you, like,
feel those emotions. Yeah.
So it's like, you need to escape, too. It's like, it is escape at the same time writing the music because it's like, as I'm writing it down, I, like, am feeling better because, like, I'm getting it out.
Yeah.
But it's still, like, not easy.
Yeah,
so
because
like
you have to really capture the moment for sure, and so you can write it down authentically.
Exactly.
But it does, like, and I'm living proof that even if you grew up, like, from a good family and you didn't experience hardships, your plight and your story is still important to people, like, whoever it is. You know, like, there's a lot of rappers out there that I like, and they talk about having great families, and I think they're more amazing than someone from the hood because they appreciate the situation they were put into.
Absolutely.
And that, so no matter what walk of life anyone's from, if they're an artist and they express themselves and share it in a positive light or in some way to make a difference on the world and people around them, it's good that you share your soul for sure, man.
Yeah, dude, that's like all I try to do is just like, I'm me and this is me. So it's like I'm gonna put it out there and hope that, you know, it helps in any ways. Like, that's why I try to touch on, like, a lot of different stuff. Like a story on there about, like, I grew up with, like, a lot of kids that, like, got into drugs, like, super young and stuff.
Sorry, which track was that? Because that was the one I wanted to ask you about. It
it's called like I'm Sorry.
Yeah, was it a friend you lost? Or?
Yeah, it's kind of like a sum up of, like, a lot of people into one person. You know what I mean? I did lose friends from drugs. I lost, like, a bunch of kids I grew up with, like, drug overdoses. Yeah. But I kind of, like, it's kind of like into the role of, like, one, you know, person in the song.
You took these stories and made it into one person.
But I mean, it really was kind of like I didn't push anyone into anything, but it's like, so I grew up with this one kid, and then, like, kind of got into the wrong crowd because, like, people I hung out with, like, I kind of introduced him into it, and then, like, he
kind of took over.
Yeah, took into, like, that, and I was like, I'm not fucking doing this, you know what I mean? Like, dude, like, I smoked weed in, like, 6th grade and fucking, like, was drinking in 6th grade doing fucked up shit. But then people start, like, doing pills and stuff. It's like, dude, you're fucking 13. Like,
yeah, it's getting out of control.
I shouldn't do this. I, like, was like, I at least, like, thought I knew enough of myself to not fuck with that. And then, like, kind of, like, so I, like, distanced myself from that. But then, like, other kids, like, couldn't, you know what I mean?
It's too late, yeah.
And then, so I've, like, over the years, I've still, like, within, like a year or two, I've, like, lost people from drugs that I, like, knew since I was, like, super young, and it's just like fucking sucks. But that's, like, what that song's about, just, like, loss and fucking, you know, like, I'm sorry that I couldn't fucking get it right, but I was, like, just a kid, like, I didn't understand, like, how to help. I just, like, didn't want to be a part of it. Yeah. But it's like, how do you fucking say, you know what I mean? It's like, how do I know that's going to happen?
Yeah, it's hard to have the wisdom.
Yeah, it's like, it's tough. And
you got to go through it too.
Exactly, and it sucks. It sucks fucking losing people that are awesome just because, like, mistakes, and it fucking sucks. But there's, like, that song that's probably one of the, Leave Me Alone is also another,
that's a good,
just, like, depressing part of, like, myself. You know what I mean? It's just, like, bad days. Like, I have, like, a lot of bad anxiety a lot, and, like, everyone gets depressed, I guess, but, you know, I get down there sometimes, and it's just pretty much writing how I feel then, like, that was, like, me writing in, like, some dark, you know, times. So it's just, like, I gotta put this out there because I'm sure other people feel this way, and, like, hopefully maybe that'll help, you know, them. And then there's the, Close to You, I was adopted.
Oh, weird.
Like, so, like, it's like, that's a weird thing to me. It's kind of, like, always, like, bothered me a little bit. Like, I mean, I grew up and I was, like, super lucky. Like, my parents are great and, like, they're the fucking best. But it was, like, something you always wonder about, you know?
Yeah, for sure. That's, like, it's definitely a hard thing. Even if you get a good family, for sure, you're still, like, it's not a normal thing.
Yeah,
you know?
it's just,
definitely
like,
not a normal thing.
It's just something you think about. You're like, dude, I could have just not been born. Like, I could have been fucking dead. You know what I'm saying? I could have never existed. It's like, why? It's like, why was I adopted? Like, why didn't they give a fuck? You know, what's this? Like, what would my life be like if I wasn't adopted and I grew up in this whole different thing? I wouldn't know my fucking friends that I know now. I wouldn't have the awesome family that I do.
Yeah.
It's just weird. It's something that always, like, kind of, like, sits on your mind.
It's a good subject to put out there. I feel like kids that go through that process of being adopted, or they're in group homes, which I've been through that as well, like, as far as being stuck with other families and stuff like that. It's definitely something that I would love to hear in music, you know? I mean, it's good, you know, to relate to someone.
Yeah, because I feel like it isn't something that's really touched on that much, so I figure, like, I should put my story out there at least, you know, a little bit, and, like, how I view it. You know what I'm saying?
No, and that's good. That's, like, a responsible, as weird as it sounds, that's, like, what a parent should do. Like, not that you're a parent, you have a kid, but if you had you're kind of like, say kids are listening to your music right now, say little me listen to you, and I'm, like, going through the adoption process.
Yeah.
And I'm a little kid and I don't know who I am, and I'm like, how am I going to grow up? And, you know, and then I'm hearing someone like you that's kind of found themselves and already been through the process and survived that, and then you're talking about in music, you're directly connecting to that kid and giving them a path.
Exactly.
Or at least information that it's going to be all right. And I mean, that's rad. That's fucking what parents should do.
Yeah,
that's what you should do when you get older. You should share your story so kids can understand.
Exactly, man. That's how you learn.
Yeah.
Like, some of the fucking biggest lessons in life are just you learning, like, just from fucking someone, just like a song, or someone just telling you a story.
That's what the fucking Bible is.
Exactly. It's just a story.
Yeah.
But there's that, and then there's, like, the Dear Journal one, which is, like, kind of just touches on, like, the relationship subject that, I mean, I feel like everyone, like, gets there, but it's just kind of, like, it's really, like, kind of fucking down the whole time. Like, most of it is, like, not a positive message. You know, it's kind of like, but then it's like, I'm just having a bad day, and then it's like, fucking kicks back into, like, I know we all feel that way sometimes, but it's like, we'll see the sun one day, we'll be in love one day, and everyone will find the one day someday. It's like, we all been through, like, bad relationships, and you feel like you're never gonna fucking, like, get over it, and you're never gonna, like, be fucking good again, and, you know what I mean? And it's like,
heartbreak.
Yeah, absolutely. It's tough.
Heartbreak.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like, and you, like, meet someone new, and it's like, you're kind of like, you're, like, a little hesitant, you know what I mean? Because of, like, all the... Exactly. Yeah. So that one's, like, kind of about that, and I just kind of, I don't know. I just kind of touch on a bunch of stuff, and then Satellite is like, another one that, like, I kind of, like, just wrote about, like, an experience that happened to me, like, at the end of the album, at the end of the recording process. So that was, like, the last song that I wrote, and it's, like, the last song on the album, or the second to last one.
Is this in order? That's what I was going to wonder. Because I like when the shit's in order.
Yeah, actually go up a little bit. Yeah, that's in order.
Okay, good. Because sometimes when you download it, shit gets jumped.
Yeah, definitely. Like, it goes in the
That's the fucking worst.
Dude, it's like, this was put in order for a reason.
I need to know the name of the track. I need to know it's in fucking order. And I need to, like, just listen to it all the way through.
Yeah.
Undisturbed.
Yeah, dude. It's like a long... People are like, damn, like, how many songs? It's like 20. Like,
it didn't seem long, dude. That's a compliment, because, like, some shit I'd put in, I'm like, fuck, struggling. Because, like I said, I got to listen to the whole thing, so I'm struggling through it. Honestly, when I got to the end, I was like, huh. Like,
it's like over an hour of music straight, you know?
It's crazy. I didn't even realize it was long. That's awesome.
Dude, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. But yeah, dude, fucking... I put myself out there on there and just tried to be myself, and then, you know, I'm going to continue to do that in the future, so... I feel like every project of mine is just a fucking roller coaster. There's, like, good days, bad days, fun shit, not so fun shit. It's just life. It's life written down in, like, a sequence of events, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like,
absolutely.
Not every fucking day's awesome, not every day sucks, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's going to be songs where I'm just in a good mood, so I'm just talking shit or having fun, you know what I mean? But then there's those ones that's like, this fucking sucks. I feel like shit. Here's this song. And then there's others ones like the transition period where I'm like, I felt like shit, but now I'm getting better because I fucking see this and like I understand. So that's like it's like, all right, well, it's like this is my message to like not be to like it's gonna be better.
Yeah, like remind yourself a little.
Exactly.
Do you think
constant reminders are good?
Yeah, no tattoos.
Yeah,
for sure. Do you feel like the music like is something that could take you into like doing other things? Maybe not like like do you ever think you could do a soundtrack to like a movie or
that'd be
like,
fucking tight.
do like producing beats and like where else does music go? Where could you see it taking you?
Do you think we could pause it? I got
absolutely.
piss myself.
Oh, I got it too.
I'm good. All
right, so what I was wondering was like, where do you see the music thing going? Like, at the best,
career wise?
Yeah, like at your best. Where could you see it? What's your vision, man?
Man, like I don't know. Like it's at this point, it's like I'm just doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like growing up skating. Like you're just skating. You're like putting in work. You're filming. You're like trying to get shit done. That's like kind of the music right now. Like I'm just like I still feel like I started rapping when I was probably like 19. So I've been doing it for like 6 years now. Like 25. And I feel like I'm still young in this, you know what I mean? Like, I'm definitely, like, there's a lot of kids that are, like, fucking killing it already, and they're, like, not even 21, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like skating. Like, there's so many young kids, like, doing tricks that weren't even around, you know? I was just like, what the fuck is that? I don't even know what that was. So, I feel like I'm just trying to get myself out there right now, you know what I mean? That's why I'm like, free music, please listen. Like, I'm trying to play the shows that are like the cheapest cover or free, you know, I'll throw a free show myself. So I'm kind of just like plugging away, trying to make music, stay in the scene, like play as many shows as I can. Like if eventually I could, if I got like some kind of deal or whatever, like I don't know. I feel like it's like unnecessary anymore. I feel like you can make music putting it out yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, people have proved that now. Like we said, like, the internet is such a big tool in, like, putting your shit out now that you don't need the labels like you did years ago when you couldn't just go on and download something, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm just going to keep making music, and if I can make some extra income and, like, to pay some bills with fucking the music that I make, that'd be fucking dope. But if not, like I'm still just gonna keep making it. It's not gonna stop.
It's your
just
passion.
a passion. Yeah.
That's tight, man.
But I mean, I definitely, like we said, like like your story. I mean, you grew up and you like fucking skating and you like wanted to do it and you finally accomplished it. And that's obviously always the goal is to like do what you love for your job, because then you never work a day. You're just doing what you love. But at the same time, it's like if you didn't go pro, I know you'd still be skating right now. So
there was no choice. Yeah. The thing is, like, yeah, even now, like I've turned pro. I've got the pro shoe. I got the board. Like things that I dreamed about when I was little, and when it actually happened, it was as good as I thought it would be. Mm-hmm. Like, damn, like imagine having your name on a board, like picking the graphics, designing the shoe, like all that shit. It all came true. It's awesome. But my mind still is, since I'm a lifer, is now like, okay, where do I go with this? Yeah, how does this grow? How does this change? Like, and that's why I'm like, I need to find cool, interesting things that keep me involved and keep me psyched on what I'm doing, and
not just the actual skateboarding itself.
New
projects involved in it. Exactly. You always want to be doing something new, like, and just like learning. You know what I'm saying? Like experiencing stuff, like just growing as a human, as opposed to just. It's not like you're like, all right, I'm just going to go skate, and then that's it.
Well, that's the thing is, like, I'm learning that I don't, like, when you're young, you think all you are is a skateboarder. Mm-hmm. All you do is skateboard. And that's how I felt. And that helped me get to where I'm at. But it also hindered me in certain areas. Because the truth is, I'm going to skateboard as hard as I fucking can, regardless of what I do. Because, like, I'm always going to skateboard. That's my way. That's what I love to do. I have no choice. It's my fucking addiction, my gift, my curse, everything. Like, but I can do other things with it. Yeah. That is amazing. Like I can do a podcast and I can give people like you have a chance to tell your story about your music and about your skating and about how your plight. And then, like the podcast is another avenue that I can use my notoriety from skating to kind of like talk to interesting people, rad people. And it's not taking away from my skating at all. If anything, it's adding to it because I'm learning about people in the industry. I'm learning about interesting people and having cool conversations and making connections, and it's rad. Like, I think kids don't realize that you can do a lot of different things and you can do them all good as long as it's shit you like.
Exactly.
And that's the thing that I'm on now. Is like, I'm like, I like a lot of shit. Why don't I just do it? I can still skateboard. That's like another thing I realized in skateboarding. A lot of kids are like, oh, I can't go to school. I'm trying to get sponsored.
Yeah.
And it's like bullshit. It's
or
like
I can't do this. I don't got time to do like this and this. It's like, if anything, like skateboarding is something you can do also, you know, like it's not like something you got to give up every single other thing you love doing just to do it. I mean, obviously there's lots of time and shit put into it, but it's like it's like your own rules, you know what I mean? Like I don't need to fucking be at the rink at like this time to practice and then play a game and like do this. Like, you just fucking skate. You know, you go have fun. It's like, don't do other stuff you want to do because you like just want to skate. Because it's like, you gotta go learn things. You know, you gotta like meet people, make relationships, hear stories that have nothing to do about something, but completely relates to like you in like a way that you're like, all right, well, like that kind of like totally plays into like how I gotta deal with this. Like, you know, like this situation, like, it directly, whether it's not involved, directly like relates to this situation. You know what I mean? You just, absolutely. It's just, you just gotta live. Like, that's what I mean. Like,
that's a perfect way to say it.
I feel like I just have been trying to. That's like, I feel like that's why I didn't like. I always wanted to like fucking be sponsored, and like, who didn't want to be pro? You know what I'm saying? But like, I always did everything I wanted to do. Like, which is like an awesome thing I can say, you know, like I grew up, like I played hockey for like my whole life. I just love hockey. Like, that shit was just fun, you know what I mean? But like, I knew people that played hockey and like were like fucking gave up everything just to do that. Like, went away to boarding school, like fucking every day, did this, that, couldn't do anything else they wanted to do. And then it's like, then where are you at the end? It's like, yeah, you love that. It's like you gave up your whole fucking years just to try to make something of this. So it's like, I was like really good at hockey back in the day and shit, and like I fucking maybe could have went places. Like, I got into like D1, D3 NCAA colleges for hockey, but I just didn't do it. And I never went to like boarding school and shit because it's like, I love skating so much. I was like, I want to skate too. So I want to play hockey because I love it, but I want to fucking skate because I love that too. And it's like, I want to make music too, so I'm still gonna make time to like play in a band. It's like,
there's enough time in the day to do it.
I don't want to give up the other things I love just to pursue one thing that I love. Because if you love them all, you should try to make time for everything. Yeah. It's like you meet different people in every aspect of like things you do. So it's like you're just building to yourself.
And honestly, like the certain things you do will just help you with what your real passion is. Because like an example is this podcast. I have great conversations with awesome people, and it just gets me psyched. And when I get psyched, all I want to do is go skate.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it just helps me want to go skate more. So it's like, I feel like skateboarders, they just fucking tend to like live that lifestyle of a skateboarder where it's just skating and like hanging out or partying or whatever. And it's like, I feel like there's so much, skateboarders have so many awesome tools that are given to them from just being a skater and thinking differently and seeing the world differently, that you could do so much shit. And you could still strive to be a pro skateboarder, but you could also do other shit while you're doing it. You know what I mean? Like, hold on real quick. Oh, never mind. But I just feel like people need to open up and do a lot of shit and just experience a lot of different things, because it's not people don't do that enough.
Because really, skateboarding does give you a lot of opportunities that other people don't. Like, dude, you can travel so many places just skating, because like in the skate community, it's so tight that if like your homie from here has like a friend out here, it's like, oh, I can go visit this place and stay with this person because it's like my homie's homie. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like I can go see so much other stuff and experience other things just because of my one passion, but it can help you find others. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just like, I get you want to fucking go hard and put all in the work on like what you're passionate about, but it's like you got to stop along the way and find some other shit, you know, because it's like, it's not the one and only thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like everyone is at least passionate about more than one thing. You know what I mean? No matter what it is, you know what I'm saying? It could be like skating, but you're like fucking love cooking or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like you just got to do all the stuff you want to do because you only go around once. It's not like, all right, dude, when I'm fucking 20 again, I'm gonna do this. It's like you can't do that. Just fucking do what you want to do, and you want to do it. Like don't stop yourself from doing one thing because another thing that you love. It takes too much priority.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you got to work hard no matter what you want to do, but...
And there's honestly enough time in the day that you can excel at something. And you need escapes from even the thing that you love. So that's why you learn about other things. And as I get older, I start to realize that some of my favorite skateboarders are the ones that are characters and personalities.
Absolutely.
And they're that way because they didn't just lock themselves in a skate park. They didn't just sit there and treat it like a sport and train.
Yeah.
They fucking experienced life, and skateboarding took them all over the globe, and they experienced all this cool shit because of skateboarding, but they also experienced other shit. You know what I mean? They didn't just go... Like, I used to go to other countries, and I wouldn't even go experience the country because I'd just be like, I just want to skate the spots. I had enough time. Like, when I went to China, I could have went out and did, like, a lot of different shit. I could have checked out everywhere. I could have went to, like, temples and, like, took photos and did all this crazy shit that I wish I did. But I was too busy, like, in the hotel eating and then waiting to go skate the next day. Yeah. And it's like, I wish I just didn't do that. And now as I travel, like, I just went to, I was supposed to go to South America, but I missed the trip because came down with vertigo, which sucked. But I started learning Spanish. And I was like, got this app, and it was like awesome. And I was like learning Spanish, and I went to California, and I was using it a little bit here and there to order food. And I was like, this is cool. Why didn't I do this every place I went? Why didn't I just try to learn a couple words and, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, now I'm realizing that it's like I was just a skate rat. And being a skate rat's rad, but I think that it can hurt you, too, if you don't realize there's a lot of awesome shit. Yeah. Skateboarding's taking you to these awesome places, so open up and
experience all
embrace
of
them. Yeah, embrace it all.
Definitely. Like, I know what you're talking about. And it's funny because it's like, I feel like we all been at that part where we're just so involved in what we're doing at the time that we're like, didn't think about doing the other shit.
Just a young thing.
But and then you just gotta like be like, all right, well, fuck this. Like now I know that I need to like take full advantage of what I should do because I want to see more and know more. Yeah. But it's, I mean,
it helps. It helps you become more well-rounded person, I feel. And I think a lot more skateboarders would be way more fucking interesting if they just, like, expanded the horizon. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Skateboard all the fucking time, but whenever skateboarding takes you somewhere awesome, experience it. Like, don't just sit in the hotel. Don't just sit somewhere and not, just wait to get in the van to go skate. Yeah. Go fucking walk around. Go
meet people, see stuff, make experiences. Fucking, like you said, you don't go around twice. You go around once.
That's a good way to say that, man, because I feel that, too. Like, life is so fucking short, and, like, when I lost my father at 12, that instantly gave me fear because I realized how precious life is.
It really is.
Once you experience death at a young age, you just realize, whoa, this fucking shit's so fragile. Like, I don't know, you know what I mean? It's like, I've been like that my whole life. It opened up my eyes, and I was like, damn, I got to make the most of that.
Yeah, you got to make it count. Like,
yeah.
Because really, you have no fucking clue. Like, we can't tell. We don't know shit. So you just go through, and if you just try to make the best of, like, every fucking experience and just, meet people and do stuff. Because it's, like, literally, like, one moment you're here, the next you're gone, and fucking...
Who knows?
Like, exactly. And it's, like, a lot of times you forget about it because, like, it's not directly happening to you or something, you know what I mean? Like, not directly. It's like, obviously, people die every day, and you fucking watch the news, and you see this online, whatever. But it's like, dude, when you, like, lose people close to you, I feel like you start, like, realizing it again, but it's, like, something that we shouldn't forget, though, ever. It's like,
you should remind yourself every day.
Because it really is, like, so relevant. It's like, dude, when you're thinking about it, it's like, oh, I don't want to do this just because it's like, and then you just got to be like, dude, I don't want to do this maybe because I'm tired. I'm like this, but it's like, like,
what if tomorrow doesn't come?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's fucking do it.
Do it.
Each breath is a gift. Like, enjoy.
It really is. Like, truly.
All right, to change the subject a little bit. I had a few people ask me, and I'm sure you know what's coming, but Chris Cole's story.
Chris Cole's story. Oh man.
Something about how he shouldn't party with you.
Yeah, the direct quote apparently is "Don't party with Milicia" from Chris Cole, said to Tin.
Oh, Tin?
Tin, yeah.
Tren.
Yeah.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, it's Instagram.
His video is sick.
Yeah, Sweet Peach, get that shit.
Just came out, get it.
Look it up online, find where you can get it. It's a dope video, got some awesome dudes in there. Fucking Matt Lane, risking it all, literally. Dude's fucking
Going
He's the
buck.
best dude out.
Dave,
A lot of homies in there. Yeah, dude. Dave's my man.
Baby Dave. Instagram handle, right?
Yep, DBG, son.
Oh, and Dylan Buss crushed it.
Dylan Buss got the style for days, dude.
The best part in the video, in my opinion, just because I love Dylan skating, it's complete. It's like such a good style, good trick selection. Like
can do any trick.
Yeah, and he could do anything. His part was the most well-rounded. Like he's like a seasoned vet when it comes to making a video part. Dylan can't give you enough praise, buddy.
Dude, everyone killed it though. Like Frankie opened up,
Frankie
hard,
killed
fucking
it too.
crushed. Like, dude, Evan and Zach are both my like dudes. Like, I fucking love those
cool
kids.
Shit, yeah.
Awesome, dude. Zach can like kickflip over anything.
Fuck yeah! Was that the last one? The kickflip foot plant over that thing? Or...
Ridiculous. And then like obviously Ian's my dude from back like tri-state area because he's from like Delaware / Jersey.
Oh,
he shared the part with Dave.
Yep.
And those, dude, like, he's such a talented skateboarder. Same with Dave. Obviously, Dave fucking crushes and just makes it look easy.
Everything he does is, like, solid.
Everyone's part. Like, Tomasello does tricks that you literally don't understand. Like, I'm just like, I don't even know what happened, but it was awesome.
That was his best part today, I felt, for sure.
He killed it. And then, like you said, like, Matt fucking just throwing down. And then like, who else? Dylan has like the ill style, dude. Just
it was well-rounded video. It had a little bit of everything, like, for sure.
Which is cool because like Evan does the nutty ass manual tricks. You got fucking Matt throwing down like on huge ass the things that people can't skateboard on.
Yeah.
And then you got like the tech style shit going. It literally has everything, and it's like short and sweet. It's not like overproduced. It's not overdone. It's just like a dope homie video with dudes that are actually talented and is well put together and well filmed.
Yeah, Tim did a great job on the titles too. It was such a cool little concept.
Yeah, with Abe just fucking skating around, which is cool because it was Abe. That was his whole thing. Because Abe's like, I think Abe has trick probably in the front section, but like Abe's not in the video. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's just like Abe skating around everyone else's name titles. He's not even in it. So it's like just dope. And dude, he spent a lot of time making those fucking titles. Yeah. They all came out really cool.
It did.
He did a dope job on the video. It's just awesome. But look that up, people. Suede Peach. Get that.
Get it. All right, we're going to get into the Chris Cole story, though.
The whole thing started with that he said at the 10 when the Omit dudes came to Orchard. They did like autograph signing, skate the ramp, chill, whatever. Like I said, I've known Chris for a pretty long time since like I skated for that shop. I think I started skating for him when I was like 16 or 17 maybe. So that, we got like 8 years.
What was the name? It wasn't G-Spot. It was
Spectrum.
Spectrum, yeah. Right.
So I was around like his homies a lot. The Hot Wax crew. I don't know if you saw the Hot Wax videos. Like, they put out those Hot Wax 1 and 2. I worked with like a lot of those dudes and skated with them, like, because once I started skating for Spectrum, I like just skated with those dudes all the time. They're like super good dudes.
Hey.
And I don't know. I mean, that's so he said that he said don't party with Militia when the Omit thing came there, but it never really got past like why. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, really? All right. He just threw it out there.
Yeah. But I think it has to be like. I mean, I've been around him for like a long stint. Like we were never like close or anything. As in like like he always says what's up though. Like we know each other. Like, exactly, kind of like that. But he's always around for like because I hung out with his friends a lot. Like Hot Wax, like those are like his best friend. We're his best friends still. Like still fucking homies to this day.
Yeah. And
I hung out with those dudes a lot. So I was really young. Like I was a lot younger than most of them. So like I remember just like Hot Wax Christmas party and stuff, just like being an idiot, probably just being wasted and fucking like I don't know, sleeping on a trampoline, getting locked out of the house at like fucking at like 4:00 in the morning at like his birthday party, playing Edward 40 Hands with everybody, just being like drunk as shit. And then the one thing that probably is though is he wasn't there for this, but obviously has all the inside sources.
Yeah, it was the whole crew.
It was Gunner. He works for Omit. He's like does graphic design over there. He like makes shit happen. He's the man. Him and my homie B Dubs moved to like California, and they had a going away party at Gunner's parents' house, which is like out in the middle of Pennsylvania, where it's like huge farmland, like,
Amish country.
Kind of. It's not really Amish country around there, but it's like super open. So there's like fucking big house, like huge backyard, bonfire going and everything.
Yeah.
And so me, Tim Rio, and Dubs showed up there with a case of beer each, a handle of Jim Beam, and a beer bomb.
Damn.
So we rolled in hard. Yeah, we came in hard. And, everyone was there hanging out and chilling. The funny part was, I didn't even live in Pennsylvania this time, so I don't even know if I was even invited. I might not even have been invited.
You tend to just show up at people's places and shut it down.
Pretty much. I guess I just do that. So we show up and, we're just fucking all right, let's get this shit going. So, we started beer bong and pounders and just drinking mad. The whiskey wasn't even, that was a present for them, for their thing. But obviously everyone just was getting into it, so it got cracked and just going at it. And the bonfire was huge and everyone was just having fun. And then it started I threw my shirt in the bonfire and just fucking obviously blazed it. And then it turned into I threw my pants in the bonfire and then my shoes. And then somehow it got egged on, and I just was completely naked. All my clothes were burning in the fire. The only thing I had on was an Orchard Street Bees hat, because I was like, nah, this hat rules. I keep it. But I was it was the night before, Easter, and I was like, dude, Jesus is coming back. He needs some fresh gear. Just, throwing my shit in the fire. Egged on by everybody there. Just, there's actually a picture of me sitting on a bench. It's not full front or anything, but I'm just, sitting on a bench smoking a cigarette naked, just with a hat on, and that's it. And it's on Instagram somewhere, but that's definitely one of the things.
Safe to say you're comfortable with your body.
Yeah. I mean, we were just going in and having a good time, and I was just rolling with the punches, slept in the hatchback of my fucking car.
Did you have clothes in your car or something?
I ended up wearing a fucking t-shirt as pants. I put my legs through the fucking holes.
It's funny because
it's diaper status almost. But yeah, I think that's probably, it might, with Chris, I think it might be a culmination of a lot of things.
The rumors, the experiences.
Yeah, rumors, experiences, him just knowing me in general. Because so I think that's maybe I think there's a lot to contribute to that quote. But I think that's probably mostly the last one.
Yeah,
of that story of just fucking burning all my clothes. But yeah, I don't know. Who knows if it's a joke or serious, but Chris is a funny dude, so I don't know. It's just kind of funny that he said that to Tin.
Yeah,
Tin's dude, don't party with Militia. And everyone just always says it and shit. It's just mad funny. I always said that I was gonna design a Don't Party with Militia omit shirt and send it to Gunner and be like, dude, I got some new shit for you guys. You know what I mean?
That'd be tight.
And it's always funny, man, because back then, Chris was never, super heavy drinker, you know what I mean? He was always kind of, a more mellow dude, super focused on what he was doing. Obviously, that dude's one of the best skateboarders of all time. Always will be. Dude's there's some shit that he does that no one else can do. It's just it's a science. He can do it. Other people can't. Yeah. So I was playing Edward 40 hands and fucking drinking bottles of liquor and just being an idiot. And I was really young. I was probably 19 or 20, hanging out with his group of friends and stuff.
Yeah.
And just being psyched to be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's a cool scene. They had a lot going on for sure.
I got the hype. I got too stoked sometimes. And
it sounds like the right level of stoke, man. I don't know.
I was getting stoked. And so I mean, obviously he's more sitting back, watching this shit happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's probably
he's chilling, and it's it's dope though that I'm super glad that he was never like that, because that dude is so good. You don't want to see that talent be wasted to something not being able to control a vice of yours. You know what I mean? Because you've seen it. You've seen careers fucking go from shit like that.
A lot of dudes fall to that shit.
And he never did, and he's still fucking crushing it to this day. So it was just funny. I think that's probably a culmination of what happened. But it's funny that he said it. I was I didn't take it as I wasn't
It's cool because it's legend status.
It's funny, dude.
Coming from him,
don't party with Militia.
It's kind of cool, man.
Dude, it's just it's an ongoing thing that I don't see dying out. People still fucking.
I was thinking about making a stencil and putting my grip.
Dude.
Might keep the hype going.
Let's do it, dude. Let's get something going behind this. But yeah, if Chris listens to that, I'm sure he'll find some humor in it.
I'll make sure I titled the podcast correctly so he'll get to watch it.
Yeah, dude, that'd be funny.
That'd be funny.
He's probably like, oh, that dude's an idiot, but you know.
Yeah. Or he's like, that dude knows how to party. Yeah. I just can't hang.
I guess we'll never know. Maybe we will. I'll ask him. Next time I see him, like, so what's up? What's behind that?
So, I just wanted to, how I like to end the show usually is just to kind of give you a chance to, like, give a shout out to everyone that you'd like to, and to, if there's anything you want to touch on or talk on, that's fine. If there's something I missed or something you just had on your mind, but mostly just for shout outs. So, sure. It's your mic, dude. Do what you need to do.
Oh, man, that's a heavy, that's heavy
thing.
Right there.
Do your thing.
I guess I just want to, like, say, you know, thanks to everyone that helped me out musically, skateboarding, all my endeavors. You know, I moved around, met a lot of people. Like, a lot of people helped me out. Like I said, my boy Nick put me on the first hip hop show I ever played. You know, so like that was big for me because that kind of jump started me into like the Boston scene and like making the album after that, like linking up with like a lot of people. So like, you know, that was big for me. And then like skateboarding too, I just gotta like, you know, give a shout to fucking my boy Lorenzo for like always hooking me up with Formation forever, and like it's still like just a dope thing to be involved in because he's so passionate about it. Gotta give a shout out to my squad SBPs, like my homie crew that has been fucking like my core, like we've been best friends forever, and like skate, music, whatever, you know, always like back, got like a strong support system. Dudes at Spectrum for putting me on like back in the day when I was like, you know, just fucking making moves and shit, and like hooking me up, keeping me skating, you know,
keeping you hyped.
Yeah. Sure. Fucking my boy Atomic, or John from like West Philly. I lived down in like a hood area of West Philly for a while, and that's like when I started that's kind of like when I started rapping right then. And I remember like the first day I moved in, we like, you know, lived on a block that was just more like not, it was like kind of past the college point, you know. It was like near college, but like a little further. And I remember we walked down to the corner, me and my friend, like an NWA shirt on the first day, walking down in the hood, fucking like just some white kid, you know, just looking like an idiot. And I remember fucking like getting some hard looks for it. It was mad funny. I was just like, shit.
We're gonna get killed.
Yeah, I was like, this isn't good, man. Not a good choice. But like, and then fucking my boy John had like a CR Crew Records like stamp tattoo on his hand. I was like, oh, what's that? You know, like you guys do music, you know? Because like I like super fresh, like the first song I ever recorded. So I went down, like I was like, oh yeah, I rap too, like all this, you know, talking shit. I was like, cool or something. So, like, I showed him the song, and everybody laughed at me. Everyone. Literally, I was the only person that didn't laugh.
Oh, that sucks.
Got sunned so much. That humbled me fucking quick as shit. I didn't think I was, like, the man or something, but, like, I definitely was like, oh, yeah, like, I could do this. And then I was like, no, you can't. I was like, fuck.
You gotta rebuild.
But, I mean, it was, like, a super huge, pivotal, like, time for me because they, like, you know, we all became friends. Like, I still, to this day, like, and fucking homies with those dudes, and I still go back down there and see everybody because like I lived there for a bit and fucking like made a lot of relationships with all the people down there that are fucking super good people. And you know, like I really owe them a lot because like I kept making music, and I would go like, you know, show them all the new stuff I make. I'm like, oh, like I made this, and they'd be like, yeah, this is getting better, but you still needed like work on this, you know what I mean? So like it was kind of like my fucking trial and error point where like, you know, I was like learning a lot and like staying at it because I like, you know, I had something to work towards. Like I wanted to go in the studio with those dudes. I wanted to like fucking be on, you know what I'm saying?
Hang with them,
yeah.
Handle it.
So like eventually after a while they started letting me come to the studio and like chill when they were like doing stuff, or like I'd go to the studio with John late and just like fucking listen to beats and just chill. And then it got to the point where they started letting me like do music with them and stuff, and then like pretty much got on the shit. It was more like a crew, like they put out music and stuff, but it was like more like a crew records. But and dude, if I never did that, like I probably wouldn't. I don't know if I would even kept going with it, you know what I mean? Like, so I gotta really thank those dudes for like putting me on in the first place and like helping me get to a point where I still wasn't the best or anything, but you know, I got to a point where I could actually put down something that wasn't awful.
That was like your high school. They kind of like put you through and taught you like, structure.
Exactly. Like, so I owe those dudes a lot. And then, like, you know, I moved to Boston. When I lived in California for like a bit, and like, I don't know, it wasn't for me because like I just East Coast kid, you know what I mean?
Pride. Definitely.
And then so that's when I moved to Boston, and like I ended up like fucking living in like a dorm. Like I lived in here. This dude lived here, was a rapper. This dude across the hall made fucking music videos. There was like producer. There was like mad crazy.
Set up.
I just got put like into this, and I was like, oh man. And that's when I like started hard at like music for real. Yeah. Still like trying to like make hip hop like happen for me. And then, you know, I did it. I just kept doing my thing, writing. Eventually did the mixtape, put that out, and then, you know, fucking the rest is history. Met fucking that dude at the show, spit a couple of fucking things for a couple minutes, got put on the other show, and now I'm here, you know what I'm saying? So it's fucking dope. But you know, I gotta thank everyone else that put me on for skating and shit, that like helped me out. Fucking all the people I met, like the great people I met along the way and shit, you know. So I got who else? Fucking, I guess Orchard and shit too, for like, they kind of like, I met Bro's like, I started to go to the shop and like chill and just like meet people, because I didn't really know anyone. When I moved to Boston, I knew one person. Yeah. And you know, I just like wanted to skate. I didn't like have any people to skate with, you know. So I like, you know, started hanging around, talking to Bro and Armin and shit, and like they were always like super nice, and then
good people, dude.
Yeah, super good dudes, and they're just like down for skating. And then like I met Tin and like Mike Chu from like that, and then so pretty much started meeting all those dudes and then skating with them. But like without Orchard, you know, that was like my outlet to like, that was like my in to meet people in the skate scene in Boston.
Which is why skateboarding can do that.
Exactly. Like I just went and ended up hanging out, and then like met everyone. I eventually started working there. Still do sometimes when they need people. So gotta like thank those dudes for helping me out in skateboarding in fucking Boston, you know. Yeah. Even if it was just like pretty much helped me make some friends and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just embrace you, and that's good. Skateboarding, good community.
Yeah, it's like great because I've like made some of like the best friends I've ever had in like the last couple of years living up here, just from like skating and like being around skating and like the culture, you know what I'm saying? So met some super good people, had some good opportunities and stuff, so it's fucking dope. Definitely like pay mad respect to Orchard. Those dudes like keep kids in the city skating too.
That's the shop. If you go to Boston, that's the shop, dude, for sure.
Definitely Orchard. Fucking rules.
Got a mini ramp inside the shop too, so
and
you
an
can
art
stop
gallery.
In. Yeah, it's tight.
Upstairs. One-stop shop. Yeah, I don't know if you got like anything else.
Well, I just want to say to everyone, Enders is a sick album. Like, I've listened to hip hop my whole life, and I really enjoyed it. I'm going to be bumping it for sure. Check it out. Get the album. It's free to download. Where?
Fameless Fam. So famelessfam.bandcamp.com. You can get the album there. Download for free. There's also a remix of one of the tracks on there called Satellite that you can download for free too. There's a lot of other artist music from the collective that's on there too. It can lead you to some other places to find some other music, which is always good. Yeah. I guess I just wanted to plug that I got another project coming out the group's called Fresh Dirt, but it's me, myself, Paige's Music, and DJ Emo Betta. So that's like a EP, a longer EP. I don't know. It's like 10, 11 tracks. Should be coming out soon. That'll also be on famelessfam.bandcamp.com. And I also started working on another EP after that too. So I got a lot of stuff in the works. So I'll definitely be up on Famous Fam and on my Facebook music page, which is facebook.com/AndrewMoMusic. And you can find updates. Instagram, Andrew from Phila. Twitter, Andrew from Phila. PHILA. Not two L's, not Philly. Andrew from Phila. So I'm on both of those. Always posting music stuff, always updating. I'm constantly on that shit. I don't know.
Can't get off it. You gotta be nowadays.
But that's my handle, I guess.
Yeah, and then you know me. You can get me on Twitter, Instagram, at Anthony Shetler, and I'm on a Facebook page, just Anthony Shetler. I'm hyped to have Andrew here. I just want to say thanks again, man. Album's sick. I enjoy the music. Keep going. I'm hyped to hear the new projects.
Definitely. I got some music to give you too.
We'll hook it up.
I will give you that.
And we got some future guests coming on. I'm trying to link up with Brandon Westgate right now. We're trying to nail down a date, but he said he's down.
The most pop in the game.
He's good, man. He's a good skateboarder. You guys know this already. Also, I have a pole, and I guess I don't know how to say it. She does pole dancing, I guess.
Not stripping, though?
Not stripping, but like...
the art of pole dancing.
The art of pole dancing. And she's a champion. She's won awards and everything. And I'm just trying to nail down the date.
Person.
Yeah, so I'm kind of curious to ask her all about that and how she is into it and how it's perceived and all the stuff and how she got into it as like not as a stripper, but just as a sport, I guess. But yeah, so we got some cool guests coming on the Shetler Show. But yeah, thanks for listening. Check out Andrew's music. Check out my skateboarding. Go to YouTube, Google us, all that stuff. Show some love or hate. Do whatever you want. We'll check you next time. Peace.
Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah.